That's the pretty good luck.
What is up,
Yeah, good luck, man.
YouTube? It's your boy Rubber Duck here. Tonight we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna go over some Nexus Night footage from our local Nexus Night from earlier in the week, and I'm here with my boy. Introduce yourself. Also, just want to do a quick shout out to my buddy. So, as you know, our content's been growing recently. There's been a lot of hype, a lot of people excitement in the community. And my friend in Florida actually has a 3D printing business. I will drop his link down below to his YouTube channel. But I just gotta humble brag him real fast. Look at this sweet deck box he made us. It's equipped if you're a has all the cool things inside of it. You have your battlefields, your runes. It's magnetic. It's hefty. If you're interested, you can go link in him. I'm sure he'd be happy to make you guys one. It's super durable, very pretty. Definitely go take a look at that. Hybrid House Studios is his name of his business. Yeah, so yeah, and he does like a whole bunch of cool things. I mean, I told him I was in the Riftbound. He was really excited for us and the team, so he made me a little care package. And all of his products look really nice, really nice. So I would definitely go give him a quick view. Maybe there's something there that you want, or if you have any projects that need 3D printing, hit him up. Great guy. All right. So what we have here for you guys today is Nexus Night mod review, I guess, or VOD review, not mod.
That's the pretty good luck. Yeah, good luck, man.
Alright, so looks like our first match of the day is actually Kinnan versus Akali, which are two new legends. Very excited. And look how bougie they are already. Gotta love it. Look at the art. 2 over numbers, 2 alternate arts on week 2. The flex. Alright, looks like we are starting with, is that Minefield? What's the battlefield to the right? Do you know by chance?
Traveling merchant pass.
Good turn 1.
Let's go with.
Looks like a good turn 1 play for the Kinnan player. So with this Kinnan deck, I assume he's playing Miracle just by going Minefield and playing Merchant. So they utilize the graveyard pretty well. So this can be very important. I would not be surprised if he instantly goes into the Minefield battlefield for the first point as well.
Move trigger.
Yep.
Discard. Up from the deep. To draw. Pass. Focus.
And he gets the... Yeah, I was about to say, he gets the great value right off the rip. He gets a free card, essentially, because he gets pseudo flashback. Yeah, it's like the last rites. Last rites, not excited about seeing that one. The Hallowing's actually not terrible to see because you don't want it in your hand early. And Purple Kinnan can flash that back at a later time, so that's not a huge deal. Yeah, so I don't hate that being in the yard. The last rites seemed important. I think most lists are playing 2, so it doesn't hurt, but it's something to be mindful of because Kinnan can burn through cards. As you saw, he just played that signature spell. I'm not sure what he took, but he did put a Ride the Wind in the yard. And he bends the Barons. It's another thing they're doing right now too, is they're playing Baron and the Harrowing, so they sneak in and cheat in that Baron. I would say so. That, or maybe like Kinnan Control's not bad either, just because they're also ramping up on the runes. So just Kinnan, just purple mid-range miracle decks. I think the first step's pretty simple. He gets to kill the merchant if he pleases for free. Um, but like also the scary thing too is he played that purple cannon. You remember how I mentioned the harrowing being in its graveyard? He goes to 5 room. Is harrowing 5 or 6 mana? Is it 5?
Jordan, I can't hear you at all on the stream. I was listening in Discord and just muted y'all here and then went to the stream, and I can hear John fine but can't hear you. I'm gonna mute you here again and listen over there.
As we're trying to figure that technical difficulty out, I'll keep talking and yapping. But it looks like he didn't go for double conquer. Or not saying double conquer. He didn't go for the conquered. He held back, which is not terrible. He values playing back and contesting maybe the Kinnan on the backswing, or doesn't want to give up his Inferna on the swing back with the Kinnan.
Move the merchant back, move the trigger.
As we see, merchant going back, so that's a merchant gets 2 card draws, which is very good for the Kinnan player, and he also discards the Nocturne, which you don't ever really want to cast. This deck does utilize the old Miracle package.
How about now, Brett? Any chance now for a hope and a prayer? It's probably because I messed with all my audio settings. Sorry, John, to keep bumping you here.
Kinnan goes in for the Conquer, as I said, so he's going to get a free flow card for cost.
Active sources only. I'm definitely an active source. It's popping up on my side.
Gets to utilize the Lightning Rush for its regular cost rather than its power cost.
Jordan, you're good now.
Thank you. Thank the freaking... I was going to be like, I don't know what else to do, Brett. I'm just going to turn my computer off and cry.
Ben's a Rasta and a Fizz. The Fizz is interesting. I'm not sure what he took.
Thanks for keeping us on the rails there, John.
I'm trying my best here. Now get in there, Cotton.
Bold move, Cotton. Let's see if this pays off.
Alright, and he does the classic Tide Turner, bringing the Kinnan back to safety. You gotta love it for the Kinnan player. Gotta hate it for the Akali player.
Yeah, like what? Right. How can you even be feeling even remotely okay at this point as Akali? And I don't even know what more he could be doing.
Yeah, so that's another thing I've learned with like testing with Akali is definitely the hard part about it is defending. Defending is Akali struggles with that, and this Kinnan deck can put so much power on the battlefield.
So much pressure.
Granted he only has what 4-7 power at the moment, but like he's played a lot of cardboard, and poor Akali's only played 2 cards.
he's played 2 pieces of cardboard to Kennan's like what 10 plus, maybe not that much.
You really hate to see that Falling Star go into the bin. Oof. But he gets the quick double conquer. Ideally. Looks like the conquer does go through. So here's that problem again now. Now he's stuck with 2 not great defending units at these battlefields, which is terrifying, especially when that purple Kinnan is just there again saying, hey, I'm going to come in, I'm going to attack, I'm going to get another free card. Just imagine if you got Fizz every turn for free.
Yeah, it kind of seems like... Is this a Falling Star from hand? It is. I was going to say, it kind of seems like Kinnan is off to the races, but this maybe gives you a hope and a prayer as Akali.
It does feel bad because Kinnan is a 4-power unit, so the Falling Star does cost 2 and he doesn't get a hit 2 units. Which is rough, but your Akali feels a little bit safer now. Your Inferno doesn't feel safe, obviously. But the Akali player can have disciplines or on guards to make math a little bit harder. Let's see how he projects
Apologies
this.
for that if that's popping up. It's going to be a moment here, but this is going to be worth the payoff, we're hoping.
Alright, he played something underneath to add. Oh, looks like a Rasta. As I said, it puts out a lot of power. So that 6 power unit is big.
Darius is definitely part of this game.
That's another key card, as I said, the last rites. Throws those useless seals.
Yeah, Brett! Sorry for the sidetrack, John, but fuck yeah, Brett.
We did it. We're upgrading
We did the
chat.
thing.
We're upgrading our contact in front of your eyes.
Yes,
That's how we do it.
live
The shake and
in
bake
front
way.
of your eyes.
Shake and bake way, baby. This is a huge turn for Cannon. Like, he just played Rasta, which is a 6 power unit, and then he played his best equipment in the deck. I think probably his only gear in the deck, and gets to buy back more units, and he's just sitting there turning through his deck. So that's insane value.
So this was second last rights, other one in the bin, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is to note, I don't know if the Kali. Normally, when I'm playing with my last rights and I'm playing more than one, and the first one's in the yard, the first card I want to always put back into my deck is the second last rights.
the second
just
one?
because it's so important, especially in this synergy with Miracle and how fast you turn through your deck, and how some of these games can get really grindy. You don't want to be milled out, and it's just very good to know you have that like blanket on the bottom of your deck.
And just to catch me up, what was Akali's Defy used on?
I missed it as well.
Okay. Maybe it
think
got
it was-
milled.
No, I don't think it got milled because he's down to 3 runes.
That's
so
what I
he
thought.
definitely
Okay. Technically, we can rewind the tape to see, but it's all right.
Which is another good mill. I mean, you don't love to see stacked deck in a graveyard, but the hard bargain going into the yard, not awful.
Not awful. Yeah, that's not something super useful. That'd be good on like a final turn if they're trying to perfect execution or
Followed
flow
up
something
with
back.
another Rasta.
Oh, we've got double Rasa up 4-2. 4-3 on the Akali hold.
Yep, and as I say, he gets to bounce it back. He could also move that merchant off and give him another card if he wanted. Always an option to help your opponent out.
So the scary thing here, though, for Akali is, yes, you get to destroy this merchant, but then what? You got to get that Akali out of dodge, or it's just going to get absolutely massacred by the double Rasa.
Ooh, that's an interesting card just saw in his hand. Morgana.
Ooh.
How do we feel about that? I wouldn't mind Morgana if I was playing the red Akali.
I'd agree with that. I think there's enough synergy there where that is playable. With green Akali, it's interesting. I'm curious what other damage doers he has to enable that. Obviously the Falling Star, but
Falling Star would be a good one.
that's also tough to have 7 runes and 3 red you're willing to recycle.
I see a couple another important cards in his hands. He has Mask of Foresight, which is very good in Akali. Does help the
card.
defend aspect a little bit. Also, we haven't seen Akali's signature spell, which is also super important in this matchup.
Super important.
Or super important in just in Akali in general.
So there's the mask. Mask online. Is it enough? I'm telling, if I was the Akali player, I would just be pretty heartbroken about these 2 Rasas on the other side this early in the game.
Yeah, and another thing to point out with the Kinnan too, which I know I've stressed this so many times, is even points.
Yeah.
That clock is ticking.
He's steady churning.
He's has 2 turns. There's no in-between points. Compared to if Kali doesn't conquer here, they're in the odd points, so he's netting an extra turn, which he doesn't go into, which is safe. That tells me as the Kinnan player, when I see him not go into there, okay, he has no pump spells, he has nothing, no retreats, no shenanigans. all his stuff's up front because you don't give up the free point if you don't have a way to interact.
I think he would. The only way I, as the Akali, would be comfortable shipping into the merchant, tapping my Akali, would be if I had Emperor's Divide in hand. So it's just, okay, he doesn't have that. He knows it's going to get stuck there, and then I know it doesn't feel good, but like you also can't just ship Akali to its death for that point.
Yeah, it's your best, arguably your best unit, and Akali, Green Akali is so safe in the back line too. But another thing to note is there is an Emperor Divide that got milled over earlier.
So not sure many options on those left.
Okay, let's see what Cannon does. Which I assume the easy part is just go over, get the free conquer, replay something from his trash. Goes to the important 6.
Let's see what the trash pick is going to be. I mean, we know that Kennon's in there, but he's got like, it looks like 20 cards, maybe not, maybe 15 cards or so to choose from.
It could be the Tide Turner's not a terrible grab.
Oh, just immediately bring Rasa back home?
Yeah, stay safe, because again, you're at 6 points now.
Is last rites, I can look it right now. It doesn't say here, is that correct?
Correct. It's just play units from your trash. Once you conquer,
so it could be anywhere. You have the flexibility.
Also, just another Rasta. Rasta's that does it as well. And then he gets to take the merchant off for free as well.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have to hold unless he's like, okay, I want you to come in here. I want you to go to the left side at least. But as the Kinnan player is doing is, hey, I can empower my Kinnan next turn. It should actually be empowered now because he played Rasta.
Yeah.
It's like Kinnan should be empowered. Okay,
he got it.
So now it's like, okay, you got to clear my 8 might, and you got to defend the left side. And even if you conquer the 8 might, you still have to defend against the, what is that, 12, 14, 16 power up face.
Is anyone? I mean, certainly some decks can beat the triple Rasa at this point in the game, but I don't know Akali from behind if this is even possible. I don't know what combination of cards can get out of this.
Yep. I think he was realizing he can't do it.
Okay, so backtracking slightly.
Alright, let's see, what is his other play? 3 runes available. Cannon's being a little greedy and not giving us any little peeks at his hand.
He's hiding all the juicy details.
At least his runes look pretty and his cards look shiny. It's important.
Yeah, the flair and the like swag aspect of Riftbound is such it's such a big part of it, and I love it so much. If that hasn't been obvious with all this fucking shit, like I love that part of this game.
They get me every time with the little textured foils.
Oh my gosh, don't even get me started.
Because you had 2, and then you would spot 1 for the
Like I would probably play Akali if I had an open number Akali.
Isn't that? I mean, that's been a big driving force of a certain nice legend you've acquired recently that you definitely do not want to be playing but feel obligated to. Big dog in the house.
Let the dogs out. Signed. All right.
So yeah, I think our Kennen player is trying to figure out the best way to orient these his triplets of Rasas here to not lose the game, because I think it's very clear this is his game to lose at this point, and so he's just doing a little quick rundown of like, where do I need to put these things to be as safe as possible.
Yeah, I think I'm on the side of I don't need to do anything else.
I've done agree, everything. Right?
And like, especially with him unintentionally showing that he has the bounce, like that's just even more devastating for that Kali player. Granted, we know they have Defy in the hand, so they can handle that aspect. But again, the first issue is I gotta clear both battlefields.
Right.
Or at least one, and then worry about getting back over. But
it just stinks, right? Like, if you do kill this Rasa, that last strike just gets put on the next one, and it's like, okay, you just punted the problem to next turn, and you aren't even going to have that next turn. This is just such a tough spot. This is where I would be thinking, okay, what are my sideboard options? What's my go first battlefield? Is that going to work out for me? And trying to be putting that game plan together. But I'm a known early scooper, that's for sure.
You gotta be sometimes, especially with playing
with the clock.
Dude, that clock is vicious, man. You don't realize when you're drawing 30 cards, Kenan, Ezreal, that clock is ticking. Every action you're taking.
And there it is. There he is. So he sees it, accepts the fate that had been determined by just an incredible opener by Kenan. I mean, that second turn, just everything seemed to get flowing. And I don't know. Is this a nightmare matchup for Akali? Is that just a one-off? I guess wait to see. Stay tuned and we'll find out.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think if I had the option to go to a Red Akali, I would highly consider it. Especially if I'm on the Morgana plan. Let's like snipe these big units every turn.
I feel like they're maybe not intentionally, but also maybe intentionally, they're adding more champions that you do feel better about swapping for certain matchups. Like, if you want to see another great example of that, check out our latest video on YouTube where there's a Mel video there, some POV Nexus Night footage. That has a champion that feels great at times to swap from the one that makes things uncounterable to the one that becomes a removal spell in your chosen champ slot. And I like that they're exploring that design space more, or at least enticing you into choosing multiple champions and having one in your sideboard like that.
Also, what I think is interesting, I mean, it's 2 sets away. Did you see that Ashe is not going to be yellow?
Like the Ashe Legend?
Yeah, like the new Ashe Legend we're getting is not yellow. It's red and green. So this is going to be the first time, granted, we don't know what set 5 brings, but the first revealed time that we're going to get a legend outside of its color that's already in there.
I can't believe they're doing that.
Yep. It's very interesting.
Well, I wish we got a little bit of info on sideboarding. Trying to take a peek at what Akali was thinking there. I guess from Kenan's perspective, having at least played against that deck a little bit, is there also, given how well that first game went, is there even anything, we don't know what's in a sideboard, but is there any certain cards you might be considering to bring in as the Kenan player here to kind of help your odds really maintain this advancing position he's already been on?
As the Kenan player, shockingly, I'm not super knowledgeable of the Kenan, like Miracle Kenan. I don't know what's in their sideboard.
I really don't know either.
I know what they do, like I know their game plan, but it's like one of the few decks that I haven't touched yet this season. I tried a lot of Control Kenan, but those are 2 different types of decks.
So how about, let's switch from the Akali's perspective. I'm assuming you're in green-red. He might have things like Crumbling Sands. I don't know if that's necessarily good. He might have a couple other pieces of removal. He probably has a few pieces of Gear Hate. Like, how relevant is Gear Hate into Seals and just Last Rites, I believe, would be the only targets?
I don't hate bringing in Gear Hate. If it's like common, like repeated ones, like what's the Animatron?
Adaptatrons, obviously. That's a great one.
I think hitting Kenan's Seals are very important. Like,
I'd agree.
Granted, if I'm in blue, I would be more happy about bringing in Pickpocket.
Yeah, that's I have Pickpocket in that Mel deck. Check it. Latest video on YouTube. So the one I'd be interested in as the red-green would be Brittle Steel. Unfortunately, our little searchable card panel doesn't have that in the database, but
that's a new one. With flow,
that's a new one with flow, so it's nice. So nice you get to cast it twice. All right, so we've got Zonmorans, which is just like kind of Minefield-esque, but similar style for Kennen, get stuff in the bin. And then Starspring, which makes me think there's more ambush units. I guess we've seen Inferna and Morgana. Starspring's a great battlefield to have when you have an abundance of ambush units. As someone who's played Rengar quite a bit, it just is allows you to do a lot of cute things.
Well, I also know the new hotness too is playing. I don't know if this cauliflower is playing Herring and playing Astral Herring and playing Vile Maul.
Right. Okay.
Which can utilize Starspring pretty dang on well. You go in with
that's an ambush unit.
That bird. Going with bird, get a couple discounts. Get discount double check. Some Aaron Rodgers.
So, decent start for Akali. Scuttle Crab, it's not necessarily a unit that's going to tangle well in combat, but it's still just one of the best 2-drops. Nope, kitty. My kitty just pawed at the screen. It's pretty funny. What are you pawing at?
Steel paws.
Yeah, she's pawing at the steel paws. So that's a pretty good start from Kennen. You get to fire off the first Lightning Rush, and you get to play Treasure Hunter, which, when you don't have your seals, is one of the better cards you want to keep things flowing for you.
This comes in that scenario too again, where you're like, all right, I played a unit, but
yeah, but now what?
Like, which granted, Scuttle Crab is meant to die. Like, let's.
It is.
Don't tell PETA on us, but it's meant to die. You get a little peek.
But like, so interesting enough, we've talked about this quite a lot, not just here, but on our recent live testing stream and just in general. Like, is getting this first point even something you want to do with the Scuttle at this time, even though like you're okay with it dying?
I think with this battlefield, with it being Zon, if I'm not happy with the card in my hand, I would consider it.
That's a great point.
And also, like, okay, so he goes in and kills your crab. It does open up the door to kill the treasure hunter.
The hunter.
Granted, that's assuming he doesn't play Tide Turner or play a unit behind it. But like, I would trade, like, up face value. I would trade a crab for
the treasure hunter.
Yeah, like snap.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's banking on that happening, and like you said, a Tide Turner then feels pretty bad because now this treasure hunter has made 2 pieces of gold. We'll see though. Let's see how this plays out.
And gets a point and loots.
Yes.
Which looks like this is the first one, so I would not be surprised if a Tide Turner's here. And that would feel very sad. Alright, there's the trade. Or not the trade, the conquer. Gets the points. Let's see where he discards.
Let's see the goods.
Discarding last rides. Again, the first one's not the issue, it's the second one that's the scary part.
So I do believe, yeah, so this is a little bit of honor system here, but that is correct. He would not, the Akali player would not see the card from Zonmorans here. So he sees the rest, but they're smart to hide that other card. Again, honor system of that was the appropriate card to hide.
Okay, so he does have to defy for, so that would have been a rough turn.
Oh, the coal. Whew, that would have been brutal. That would have been, okay, we're done here.
I actually am a fan. I forget what the name of that card is that's on the battlefield, but I know what it does. It's 3 power. When he attacks,
Twilight Reveler?
Yeah, that's what's called. He gets to ready a unit. I'm a big fan of that card. I like that card a lot.
I don't know what it is about this card panel, but a few of these Vendetta cards haven't made their way onto it. Brett, we need to see if there's a way to like update the database or like find another one, because I keep swinging and missing on the Vendetta cards in there. It's so close. It's like 95% to like one of the best things we have.
Oh, he has another important card. That Kali has another important card in his hand, which is Stellacorn. So this could be a sweet turn. He can go Stellacorn. He gets to attack with the Reveler, ready the Stellacorn, and go up.
And if he can do what Garrett did to me about a dozen times tonight, is just, I don't need this point. I'm just going to Kali that Stellacorn right back home and draw more cards.
Yep.
We'll
and he doesn't need the. That's the great thing right now. He does not need the point because he's at
on the even.
The key too. So I definitely like going in and then calling it back, draw 2 cards.
Right. Just draw. Keep it moving. Interesting. Okay.
Oh,
I do believe he just draw. I think he just drew that brittle steel we were mentioning. That Gear Hate with Flow.
Makes sense. Hits that.
So he did move. He moved to the Twilight Reveler side. Technically, he could not have backed that out there because it didn't start a showdown because he was already occupying it. He would have had to move to an uncontested, unowned battlefield.
So you'd move the Stellacorn in.
Oh yeah.
But the fact that there was an uncontested, unowned battlefield, this largely doesn't change the landscape of this game at all because it was possible right there on board.
Which it looks like the Kinnan player did point that out and inform them as well.
Ayo.
And he threw the discipline. He said,
Pocket discipline. Everyone, watch out.
Not that one. I mean, I ain't got that many. If I did.
I feel like it, though.
If I did.
But scary thing is, there is a Cold a Week in the graveyard as well. The Kinnan gets free reign into the right side, the flashback. So if he has Tendies, he can flashback Tendies, or he can conquer with Kinnan. Well, I guess you have to do it first. So he could conquer Tendies. Cold a Week, but you can't actually Cold a Week because it's when I conquer you can play a card from your graveyard.
Well, no, it's when I conquer, give it flow. You can play it at any point that turn.
Oh, is it? It's not play it.
Correct.
Oh, so in that case.
Yeah, this is full. It's wide open for that.
But he's going into the Zon Warrens. That's interesting.
Maybe he has one in hand. No, discard the Nocturne from hand, which is a nice thing to get rid of.
I see that Kinnan player is doing the thing every time Nocturne's in my list. I don't ever see it off stack deck. It's
always in hand.
Always in my hand. I play Aurora in my hand.
Okay.
Elder Dragons.
So he's looking to keep digging here, which means your line probably wasn't alive, meaning he didn't have the Tendies to buffer for the Cold a Week. So he gives the Lightning Rush in the bin flow, even though it has flow, but now it only costs 1 energy for flow.
And no power, which is super nice.
Right. Which is, if you've played Kinnan or played against Kinnan, the power is the problem, but they generally have a lot of ways with Treasure Hunter, the seals, doing things like this to cheat cards for cheaper. They have ways to kind of work through that power-hungry nature of the deck.
I still don't love to see a Stellacorn harder on my opponent's side.
I would agree. I just don't think it's presenting enough of a might problem at this point. And until that is solved, I think Kinnan feels pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say it doesn't matter because same thing. Cold a Week, sacrificing that Fizz, I assume.
No, you don't target with Cole.
That's just.
Yeah, and you're totally okay with that. And so no Defy in hand to get rid of the second attempt at that Cole. And so now your best engine is dead. You have no units on board. Where do you go next with a Kali? You have to try to develop this board. I see a Jin in hand. I see a second Stellacorn. You're only untapping to 7 runes. But it's only 2/2. Of course, Arasa has hit the board. You don't have to. You really don't have to blink too much here, but you need to just develop and get ready for the next.
All right. So I see Emperor's Divide in hand. I see.
Kaisa's in hand now.
Is that Kaisa?
Pretty Kaisa. Could be a Kali, but I think that's pretty Kaisa.
I'm very interested in trying to find a way to kill this Kennen. I would almost trade my Kaisa for that Kennen.
For the Kennen? Given him nearly being tapped out on the Kennen side? Yeah, like that one rune doesn't represent anything might-wise.
And he also has... He has discipline in his hand, so he can actually just straight up conquer.
And so you're okay with that? Straight up conquer, Kaisa dies to this Rasa in the crack.
Well, you also have Emperor's Divide, so if you really wanted to keep her around,
hide that
hide
divide.
the Emperor's, yeah, you could hide the Emperor's Divide. I can't tell the rest of the context of his hand.
That's tough. For me, divide is tough as I'm saving one unit. Especially it's gonna have to be hidden if it's the line we've kind of discussed.
But
seems to be going for that.
I think I'm okay with like Kaisa Conquer with Discipline. You're drawing 3 cards and you get rid of the Kennen.
I don't know why.
So
low-key thing you're about to
yeah,
play
that might be worth it.
I do
Or
think
you
it's.
can go to the left side. You can go to the left side and keep the Kennen around, and then Emperor's Divide it back. But yeah, it looks like he's gonna go for the Discipline line. Yep.
He's getting frisky. My concern here for the Akali side, so yeah, he is going to do the Kaisa plus Discipline, gets to kill the Kennen, which is great, until the last rites comes and picks that right back up. But my concern here, especially if this is going to be a potential hide of Emperor's Divide, is look at, like, he's got a number of cards in hand. I think Runes is going to be the dilemma here, so I'm not super interested in hiding a card as the Akali player.
Also, thing to note is like, okay, he goes and kills this Kaisa. He's basically just conceded this Kaisa. He's tapped out. Now you have the issue of, okay, there's a Rasta and I have no board.
Right. That's why I don't know if even getting frisky with that Kennen is worth it, unless you're willing to churn that rune away for the divide hidden.
I agree.
I'm trying to think. So he was at, I think he was at 7 runes at the start of that turn.
Yeah, because he had 5.
5 for the Kaisa too.
Accelerate.
I think if I had to guess, I don't think the contents of his hand lended itself to a nice development turn. I think he had a lot of 4-drops.
Yeah, I think there's a Jin in his hand.
There's definitely a Jin. There's another Stellacorn as well. And so it's sitting there at 7. Like if you're at 8, it's an easy play 2 4-drops pass. I just don't think he had like just even a 2-drop he would be happy to develop.
Yeah, and this is a rough spot too. So now you have no board. You have a Rasta to deal with. You have to answer for the.
Don't tell me that is the last rites I mentioned as well.
Yeah, he has last rights.
Shovel trigger.
And he gets to buy it back, the second Rasta. That's rough. Very, very rough.
When it rains, it pours.
He has the answers for the last rights, but then it goes like the problem's still the same thing. You have the answer for the last rights, and then you're gonna play a 4-cost unit and still be sad because.
There was a smarter way to do that. I feel like.
Oh, and this is a ride the win too. So, I mean, I mentioned it, but look at Kennen's side. 2 runes, 2 yellow runes left. That is it. Sending all abandoned to the wind on this ride the winds and going to get that 4th point. And notably, brings the Rasa equipped right back home because of the readying from Ride the Wind. And it's now you can't even if you wanted to, you can't do anything about these Rasas.
So he was.
Yeah, and
he just didn't ready look through before the loop.
and he's at the even point spread, so he he gave up that rune, but he sped the game up a turn.
So it's so worth it, and I love. As much as I, to be honest, I do despise this Kennen deck, but I actually love its ability to operate at a low rune total. I find decks like that really fun.
It's very punishing, because like if Akali finds a way to clear these Rastas, then you're like, okay, now what?
Yeah. Now it's over.
You have nothing.
It's a high risk. It is a high risk deck. I like that.
It's
Alright.
like the Irelia concept too. So I think you have to kill this. Well, maybe you don't have to kill the last rights. You can just assemble here. But it looks like he has
I
another
think he's
units.
going to. So
Yeah.
this is a pretty good turn if you're trying to get back in this game.
Targeting.
It's just a matter of will you untap with either of these units.
Yep. You're good.
He should theoretically. I mean, he's already been through I think 2 Cold Weeks.
It was the same one. It was one cast from hand and then replayed from Fizz.
Ah, damn.
So there could be some more in the future here. At least the witness is there to buffer this Jin, and this Jin, ideally, it's in there for this reason, to generate a shit ton of value and claw you back into games. You just need to untap with it.
Ditched one and then just blew one. Between you and me, I think I'm but let's see. Cross go 5. Conquer trigger, ditch, nocturne. It's a little bit better.
So say
Oh, just
Lightning
breaking
Rush?
news. Swain got nerfed.
Interesting. Do tell.
So now it checks each card type. So Patch Porobot does not count as 2.
Shut up. What about Hui as well?
Yep,
So Swain and Hui get nerfed.
I believe so. Help, I'll read the patch note while we're...
Man, I literally just played against a Diana player doing the Porobot Hui as well, like an hour
Make sure
ago.
I'm
That's
not
funny.
misreading this.
Is this an FAQ? Is there other stuff in there?
Yep, I haven't read the whole FAQ yet. What happens when I conquer with Swain Visionary if I've only played Patch Porobot and...
Hold on,
Final
hold
Stern?
on, hold on. Hit pause. Hit pause. Let's finish this match, and then we're gonna pivot to a FAQ watch party or read party.
Sorry, ADHD. I apologize.
You got super excited. You're like, hold on, we got news, breaking news.
Just us in. A rubber duck with the live content.
Rubber Duck live from the scene.
Alright, so what I missed with getting back on track, looks like some more conquering from Kennen. He did some more Kennen things. Akali's trying to do some Akali things.
Akali has a chance to do some Akali things. I mean, this is dream scenario. You've untapped with a Jin. There's an empty battlefield. Now, ideally, you would probably empower your legend here first and then get cooking and just see what value you can generate. Desperately needs to score for one, but at some point you're going to have to deal with these Rasas. They're presenting a might total that's going to get out of hand if you can't try to keep up.
That feels so bad.
As Rubber Duck continues to read the FAQ.
I'm sorry.
Busted.
Oh, I'm back in it, back in business.
I'll get it pulled up so it's ready to go.
Alright, so...
Why would they just release that now?
No, I just read it now.
I was like, but like, what is the timing? The timing is bizarre.
It should have been at 9. Alright, so we have an accelerated Kaisa. A pretty Kaisa, just not the prettiest Kaisa.
It's not? Oh, it is. It's just Altar.
It's OG Altar.
Everything.
Okay,
Alright,
full
so-
ship.
Trigger. I get one and
One of each.
So what's the line
Do
here?
it.
nope. Go right there.
Cards in hand.
So it looks like he's passed? I guess you can't just bring Jin back home immediately because then you're just showing a trade. But I'm assuming he's got some sort of spice in his hand. Also chooses not to kill the Jin with the Rasa.
I think that's fine.
I think that's fine too, right? Kaisa draws him more cards. But isn't that doesn't that just go to show you if you're presenting Jin in combat and they're choosing not to kill it, that maybe it's not a card that you want to be playing?
Yeah, and also like if you're on the Kinnan side, it's like you have a Rasta that can just clean it up. You don't care. I'd rather
right.
I would keep the Jin alive as well. It's like it's a free kill on the board, and I have my Kinnan in power, so I can just bop them.
Don't let them draw from the Kaisa. The problem as the Akali player is now your Jin is out of a showdown, so your Akali Legend is not going to get the value you need it to have.
Which is interesting to me. Is like I think I would have been like, I feel like that Akali Legend. How much does it cost? Is it 3 to empower?
3 and a power to empower it. It's steep. But it enables a lot of shenanigans, so...
Oh, no, I know it's broken when it is, but I was like saying, like, maybe you just like swinging with the Jin and you bring them back.
Yeah, for sure. I think you have to do that. And ideally, because if you empower the Akali, the Jin attacking in, coming back home, and attacking again immediately repays for that empowering, and then some with that extra power.
Emperor's Divine.
Okay, so looking... Oh, what?
The hard bargain, and you don't have the Defy mana up? Oh, wow. Kennen, how could you? That was so rude.
Hate to see it for the Akali.
You absolutely hate to see it. I also forgot to change the title of the stream, because of course I did.
Don't worry, my ADHD caught that already. I fixed it.
You fixed it? Where'd you fix it?
I didn't fix it. I told someone to fix it. I have people to fix my problems.
I have people! He said I have people! I don't think it's fixed. I mean, maybe it is. The hell do I know? I'm just sitting here. Okay, yes, it was fixed. I'm just not going to do anything. I'm not going to touch it. It's fixed. Unk is all... What am I even thinking? Of course Unk has fixed it.
I got people. Nah,
I got people. Dude, that's so funny. I've got people. That's insane. He has his manager to do it. My people will talk to your people.
We'll be in touch. You know, we hit him with the...
Oh, let's go. The visuals, too. We are upgrading here. Okay, so Jin has died. So what is currently...
this looks like a sad time. Ugh.
Oh, not the coal. There's the additional coal. Oh, man. Kennen.
It has all the answers. It did.
That's
what I've heard about Kennen, or like a line for Kennen is, you're gonna see every card, so just put the right cards in your deck, and you'll be fine.
You got it.
Wow, and Akali packs it up, calls it a day. Man, Kennen was just shredding there. Okay, so before we get into our next Nexus Night match, we're gonna take
that is a nice elbow.
What a beautiful elbow that is. We're gonna take a brief
nice
detour
elbow.
here. What a nice elbow. I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard that phrase before, but I like it. What a nice elbow. All right, so we're gonna do a window capture, and we're gonna select the Vendetta rules FAQ. And whatever the heck this is, and then we're gonna center this.
I'm very upset because if I was reading that Swain thing correctly, there goes one of my Jank Deck Friday decks.
Immediately gone. Wait, what were you building?
Immediately gone. I didn't build anything. I stole it off Twitter, but it was Renata.
Okay, so what happens when you play... Oh, Renata. Oh, no. Sorry, my ADHD just kicked in, too. All right. What happens when you play Abandon on a spell that was played for its flow cost? Okay, it will be banished. Yeah, that's similar to Fizz. That makes sense. The replacement effect, as they call it, right? What is the difference between this card I've never heard of and Azir of this battlefield? This card's delayed trigger refers to the battlefield that she held. Azir Sovereign's attack trigger refers to the battlefield where he is located. Delayed. Okay, so this is one of those delayed trigger things. Keep it moving. What happens when I play Moonfall, choosing an enemy unit while I control an empowered Mel newly awakened? If a spell or ability you control would give minus might to a unit it chooses, I'm gonna guess I'm wrong.
It doesn't
God
work.
damn it.
Yeah.
It gives it the additional might.
Oh, it does. I was wrong too. I would.
Look at that. All other enemy units just get the -2. That makes sense.
Oh, okay.
The one you chose gets the extra might on it. The rest works like what we learned how Thousand Tail works. Thousand Tail doesn't choose any, so you don't get any additional might. That's interesting. That's very good to know. What about casting Stupefy while I have an empowered Mel? That's pretty straightforward. I don't see how that needed to be asked. Speaking of Mel, can my opponent play a bandit on my spell while I control an empowered Mel? Sure, but nothing will happen. That makes sense. They will predict. Yeah, spell still resolves. You do as much as you can. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
This is where I get sad.
How does it work if I cast Abandon while having an empowered Mel, but they rebuttal my spell? Gaining control of the spell is not the same thing as countering a spell. Effects that prevent spells being countered don't prevent their controller from changing. If rebuttal is played choosing your spell and they pay, they will get control. However, them not paying A does not mean the spell will be countered. I'm not sure I understand what that was trying to tell me, but I don't know if it really matters. Okay, this is what's important. What new choices can I make when I play Rebuttal? What happens with fucking Starcross with Rebuttal? Come on. Alright, you can choose any number of targets or modes to make new choices for. The rest remain the same. If you're remaking choices this way, any choices you choose not to remake must be legal choices. You can't choose to have some, but not all choices be legal choices. Of course, you can always choose not to make new choices. In that case, any of the current choices will remain. How many times are we going to say choices? Okay, so any of the current remain, whether they're legal or not. If a spell has some rules or requirements about the choices made for it, those apply regardless of who controls the spell. For example, if a player plays a spell from face down, they must target game. Yep. Gaining control of a spell doesn't change this requirement. So they didn't address what's it called specifically, and I'm not sure that answered the Starcross dilemma.
I would assume that you wouldn't be able to target their unit, right? It's just, you can't choose two of their units, I'd assume.
Yeah, but it seems you can make any number of choices, and you can leave any number of choices. And I think the question was, any choices you choose not to remake must be legal choices. So the question was, if they Starcross, you rebuttal, and you steal it, can you leave the original friendly unit, which is one of theirs, and only target or change the target of the enemy part and choose another one of theirs and therefore bounce both of their units? Or is that no longer legal because Starcross wording says friendly and enemy? The rebuttal player is now the controller of that Starcross. So what does that friendly unit mean for the resolution of Starcross? And I'm not sure this has answered that. Sorry to be as confusing as possible, but like I was expecting this to literally just be an explanation of Starcross because that's been the biggest question. Those apply regardless of who controls that spell. Just gonna keep it moving because I don't know what else to do. What happens if I choose to copy an empowered unit when I equip an unempowered unit with Shady Spectacles?
I don't even know what
Being
Shady
empowered
Spectacles
is a
does.
status and not copyable. That makes sense. Yeah, it's not part of the printed card. I feel like all copying has always just been part of the printed card.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What happens when my opponent's auction steals my equipped Shady Spectacles? Oh, that's fun. If it was attached to a unit, the equipped unit loses its copy effect. Auction will then become a copy of a friendly unit of his controller's choice. His ability will not trigger. I see. If it becomes a copy field, yeah, because the equipping has already happened. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's a lot to just explain that. My oh, here we go. My Sand Soldier has the Shady Spectacles equipped and is a copy of Azir. What happens if I activate the copied Azir's activated ability before detaching the Shady Spectacles and then attach them to the same Sand Soldier? Can I use the activated ability again? You can. Oh, boy. Great.
Add Shady Spectacles to your Azir deck.
That is... We'll have to do some shady jank decks for sure. What happens during combat damage assignment if my 4-might unit has both Key Barrier and Lotus Trap played on it this turn, and my opponent has a 4-might defender? You can order the replacement effects on your unit. Okay.
Makes sense.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Here's where we sat. This is where we cry and chat.
No, this is good news. This is great news.
Well, I wish it would have happened a day later so I can get Jank Deck Friday out the way.
Actually, you know why? Go ahead.
Go ahead and kill my dreams.
You know why this is actually bad news? I actually think putting Patch Porobot in these Diana decks was making their deck worse.
I agree.
So now they get to go back to good 2-drops.
I think that Swain bullshit was terrible.
Okay, here we go. What happens when I discard this? 2 triggers will go on the chain in the order... Oh, wait, no, this still works.
Wait, no, go to the Swain one then.
Hold on.
I think Swain got changed.
Why? How can they change one and not the other?
I don't know.
Unlike our previous reflexive triggers printed, Hui doesn't say do one of the following. As long as a card has the appropriate type, you will put the corresponding trigger on the chain.
Oh, you know what? It's wording with Swain. Swain says if you play a unit, if you play a gear, and if you play a spell all in the same turn. Okay. It's kind of like Daisy.
What happens when I conquer with Swain if I've only played a Patch Porobot and Stupefy? Swain only checks whether you've played a non-token unit and non-token gear. Checks like that do not care whether they are satisfied. Interesting. So my guess is when you play, if you were to play Patch Porobot, you would choose, does that satisfy the unit side or the gear side?
Yeah.
But of course for freaking Hui it works.
Yeah, because Hui just checks what did you discard. Not play.
Man, god damn it. I thought they got rid of this shit in Hui as well. Or for that's not what I was hoping. If my opponent plays 2 spells in succession, can I counter the first? I sure as hell hope so, because I did this tonight. Oh wait, what? Can I counter the first one?
Yes, because if they react to it. Wait, yeah. If they react, so if you play a spell,
that makes actually now that I read it, it makes sense.
Yeah, if the first one, because it gets first out, first in, or you know what I mean. Last out. Yeah. Y'all get it.
I get it. That's okay.
Stacks,
so I see.
Stacks and like backwards.
So you can choose either one on the chain.
Yeah.
Because all it's saying is like, has another one been played? Yeah, then you can counter the other one. That's okay. When can I react to my opponent playing? You can react to the play effect. Interesting.
Yep, makes sense. Just like Brain.
I'm gonna scoot past that. If I disempower a Kale, who has been empowered 3 times, does she lose all of her empowered statuses? No, she will lose 1. That makes sense. What happens if my opponent plays Flash on their Akali Silent that's currently in combat after I play Starcrush will resolve to no effect? That makes sense. I have a Ravenbloom student on the board and I haven't played any spells. What happens when I play Rebuttal, targeting my opponent's Stupefy, and on A, pay on Resolution after everything resolves? How much will Battering Ram cost? I would guess it would cost... Oh, because it's... Of course, Battering Ram's play is finalized. It's like Legion.
And more Swain text. What's this last bit of Swain?
Yeah, no, this is the same one as before. I scrolled back up because I skipped over to find the Swain. Yeah, so this Ravenbloom one is a perfect example of the 2 definitions of play. Because Ravenbloom will get the 2 triggers, Battering Ram will only get the 1 discount. What happens when my opponent plays Switcheroo? No one's playing Gangplank, so I don't care. What happens when my Empowered Gangplank is moved? No one's playing Gangplank, I don't care. No one's playing Gangplank. What happens when my opponent plays Hidden Blade, targeting my Akali, deadly weapon, in reaction to remove trigger? Will it still damage to the chosen unit? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's on the chain. Yeah, unit at a battlefield, not this battlefield, not my battlefield, not here. Wording is important. I don't really care about Heimerdinger Jace. Oh, here we go. It discounts the next card played. Oh God, what is happening? All right, I think I'm good. All this stuff is like, I think makes sense.
So
oh, so you do control your legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. She will not
Yeah, that
trigger.
makes sense.
Hostile Takeover makes the FAQ. Excuse me? Renekton, don't care. I don't think I care about.
Cathian Rain back on it.
This is interesting. If you play a Cathian Rain, there's a recruit at Haisho, Aurelia's on the back line, and you target Aurelia 5 times with the Cathian Rain and 1 time on the recruit, you will not pay for the deflect because you targeted something here. Because that wording is kind of weird. Players ignore deflect while paying for spells and abilities, choosing something here. Because the whole spell gets the discount.
That makes sense.
I don't like it. It makes sense, but I don't like it. Those cards aren't played. They will be readied. Okay. Yeah, I'm not happy with the rebuttal that they provided here, so I'm gonna have to lurk in the judge Discord and see what the fuck that actually means going forward. I was hoping for a little more clarity.
Nah, they can't give us clarity. If they give us clarity, it wouldn't be Riftbound.
That is very true. They are not allowed. They are legally obligated to make this game complicated.
Now back to these nice
It would seem. Yes, back to our regularly scheduled programming here. If I could find the play button. George, there was an FAQ released today or tonight that we just kind of ripped through a few of the key items on.
Odds, evens, you go first? Sure, I'll do evens.
Alright, so it looks like we have Vex versus Diana. Spoiler alert. I'm not gonna spoil nothing.
No spoils. No spoilers.
Alright, looks like we have a mulligan 1 from Diana and 2 from
Alright,
Vex.
good to go. Yes, sir.
Seeing the cards a little bit here, which is nice.
My turn.
Diana on the play with a good 2. Well, ideally you don't want to play a Titan on 2, but it is important to have a 2-drop.
Yeah, definitely hoping to see the Ravenbloom student or Traveling Merchant or even a Poro bot if they're on one of those builds.
Deflect and empower becomes 7.
Uh-oh. Not the reading of the Steel Paws.
And then in combat, I
Best
can
card
choose
in
to
set.
sacrifice him to push a
Meow Meows in the chat.
Yeah, meows. That's a good turn 1 play for Vex. This is what the new Vex wants to do, I think, is let's get on the battlefield. That's all we want. It's mission 1. Get on the battlefield.
And what better way to get on a battlefield than with 2 units? It's like you feel very likely to get on a battlefield next turn.
Alright, makes sense. Goes into
Could you have handpicked? Sorry, could this Vex player have handpicked better 2 cards, 2 units to play on that turn?
no, I mean that's pretty good.
Just have it. Sorry.
You have I like having the fan. Fan's
I
really
love
important.
the fan. He's one of my favorite cards.
And like if you look at his hand as well, he has looks like a hidden card, like a back off. So his next turn's like set up to keep that Vex alive.
This next turn could be I've locked the game.
Ideally, he would like to be on Ravenbloom, but
True.
Veil Tempers, like whatever, just a
Yeah.
passive drawing a card, super nice.
But like, you already do that. Thanks to this guy already does that thanks to the Vex Legend.
All right, so he's going in, up.
Assuming he lost.
Goes in, up. I think he's forgetting that there's a showdown, and
Right.
there's 2 mana available because the Diana Legend allows you to use it.
I think so. He has Ride the Wind in hand. This would be an aggressive Ride the Wind.
But I don't hate it. He's like, hey, Vex needs to get on the battlefield. I don't want you to get on the battlefield, so...
The other
Maybe
part of
Ride
this
the
that's
Winds.
nice is this unit you bring in will not be an attacker.
It's a
'Cause you-
surprise defender.
Yes, it's a surprise defender, so you can't. The fan can't bop this thing right back to base.
So you see Vex is thinking, he's like, oh, didn't see that coming. That's a very aggressive Ride the Wind. It also, I think he forgot the extra mana.
The Diana mana. We've all been there. As someone who attacked into Yi Proving Grounds Extra Might 3 straight times in a skirmish.
So he chooses to let it go, which makes sense. So Diana scores the 2nd point.
Wow. Accepts it. I guess sometimes it's better to just lick your wounds, recoup, and build from there.
Yeah, I think, like, what's the best thing you can do? You're going to stun it and get on the battlefield, it's, like, fine. Or you can just say, it is what it is. I'm going to play my Vex and not go down the runes. Because if you stun it, you can't play Vex.
Right. You stun it. You've used 3 runes. You can't play Vex, and then it's just gonna die. Whatever you put there is gonna die on the next turn. Or that fan has no chance of surviving.
And it looks like he has a Mind Splitter in hand too, so he can go into the battlefield and Mind Splitter you, and then he's like mega defending. Or you can play the Mind Splitter at base, see what your shenanigans is, and then choose what battlefield to go into.
The Vex
scary
player
part
has the
is-
Mind Splitter? Who has the Mind
Yeah.
Splitter?
The Vex has Mind Splitter.
Oh, that's gonna be so spicy.
The scary part is the fact that Diana's already at 4 points. That's the scary part.
Yeah, that happened real quick. Ride the Wind on opponent's turn will do that.
Which is smart by the Diana player. He acknowledges that, hey, maybe my deck doesn't win late. I don't want you to hold. I want to let's go ahead and get these points fast. He's playing a lot of units. Is this a Starcross? Ooh, that's a...
And has to pay the deflect, so now he's pot committed on that. Interesting on the
That's-
Poro bot. I'd be willing to just bring that Tide Turner back to hand.
He might have Hui in his hand and wants the extra shenanigans, but I agree. Maybe the Titan is better.
But it's
So,
also
it's just straight up empowered.
the little kitty has become a big cat.
I don't hate this either. It's like, hey, I want to go clear this battlefield. You might get a card, but I'm going to start trimming these points. I have a big unit.
I don't hate this for the simple fact that the Diana player has 3 runes. So there's
Exactly.
no Hui Ride the Wind up to 8 might that's even on the radar at this point.
Go ahead. Get a 5.
Still upwheel battle. It's 5-1. But you also prevent the double conquer, so you do buy an extra turn.
You prevent the
Being
double
at
conquer. There's almost no chance he's going to get to 6 points here. You're going to untap to 9 runes, draw an extra card, and then you potentially get to be off to the races. The Vex still in hand, or back to hand now. So now, I think, yes, down 5-1, but you have the Vex players like clawed their way back to make this near parity, I'd even say, even with that score.
Yeah, just that rune advantage is huge.
The rune advantage is so
And-
big right now.
but Diana can just stack the left. So he knows he hit the Moonfall. So that's something to note. But with Vex's units, all Vex's units all have deflect for the most part.
Yes.
And they're all average 4 might, I would say, the relevant ones.
I will say, if the Vex player were to load up a single battlefield, Diana would have the opportunity to Moonfall, not choose a unit, and just choose the battlefield to bypass that deflect.
That is true.
See if that comes up.
So we know he has a Vex. It looks like there's a Starcross. So I will see if another 2-drop unit. If he has a 2-drop unit, I don't hate playing a unit and Starcrossing that way. Because again, he's at 5 runes. So he's gonna go to 6. So if he wants to spend his whole turn playing Quay again, that's huge. Yep, looks exactly what he's gonna do. He's gonna play, and then he's gonna follow up with a Vex, which is great as well.
The ability, the freedom for the Vex player to be able to do this, 9 runes to work with, play the 2-drop, flip it back to hand, also send the way back to hand, and now I slam Vex. So you don't even, like, Hui Ride the Wind still not even possible rune-wise, but now it's just there's nothing this player can do at this point, the Diana player.
So he could play Hui again, doesn't really give him much. He has Patch Poor Robot, doesn't do much.
Is this like fire off Moonfall to trade with the Vex? Like, that seems awful, right? Like, everything you could possibly do here. And the big cat is now waiting in the backline to come eat up this other side.
Well, you can't even you can't really Moonfall. Like, you Moonfall the Vex over.
That's what I'm saying, and like just trade. Or like stupefied as well.
But it's 2 runes as well.
Yeah, it's awful, but I just trying to think what you even start to do at this point as the Diana player.
I think he has Swain in hand.
Oh.
So he could pull back and play a Swain and try to do the
and
thing
go from
next
there.
turn.
So let's pull up. I gotta see what Swain does here. Card panel killing me. Oh, it's always the good ones. Because like Swain, sorry, if Swain were to conquer and actually get that extra point, you still have to conquer the other side, right? Like, it doesn't bypass, or does it bypass? I guess it
bypasses.
Would.
Yeah, you get the 8 points. So
That's
he's
right,
setting up
that's
for
right.
a possible win. But looks like Vex just drew a Blitzcrank.
Oh. Tapped out Diana player. Here comes Blitzcrank.
Yeah, that's a lot of cards in hand for the Vex player, and they've like recycled 2 runes this game, so that rune count is up there compared to the lighter side of Diana.
Oh my god.
Oh man, that's even more sick because they get to play Blitzcrank into Ravenbloom
And
get
draw,
a Ravenbloom
and potentially
trigger.
draw a card, yeah. Mapping it out, counting up the runes, making sure all the math works out here. He's got the resources for it. I think this is a great example that score doesn't always tell the story. This is like a good lesson from Magic where you could be down 20-1 on life points, but still very much be in the lead.
Pull Swain into.
So he pulls the Swain in.
Yeah, that's just this is nasty.
And then have a defend trigger.
You're gonna
And
get
then
the
trigger and
Ravenbloom trigger. Maybe even like hit a discipline. What's Swain's might 6? Like, you might even be able to save this Blitzcrank.
This trigger's on the chain.
What's he doing with this?
He's reacting to the trigger.
Stupefy, I'm assuming, or stack deck? Okay.
Oh, stack deck. He actually shouldn't be able to do that.
It's a showdown.
Yeah, but he was reacting to the Ravenbloom.
Oh. That is true.
So technically, I mean, he's tapped out, so it's not really a big deal. Ravenbloom should trigger and resolve first.
Right.
Which could determine his pick, so it'd be beneficial for him to wait.
That is true. He would have seen that card. That would be info for him to help with this decision.
Alright, get this card. Let's see what it is. On top of Charm.
Can I see Charm?
Oh, that's
It's a Blitzcrank, but on spells.
that's nasty.
Oh man, all the move
does
enemy
he-
units shenanigans.
Does he have a pump spell into a pump spell?
There it
for
is. So
his
that's what I figured
Blitzcrank?
was coming. A way to save the Blitzcrank as well.
And draw a card. And then I'll kill the swing.
What a turn of events from
And
6-1
True
to
Discipline. And I would not be surprised.
so long overdue. Is this the back off from way back when finally getting hid?
Hide. I'll pass it to you.
Yep, it is the back off that. I wouldn't have hated just charming over the Tide Turner as well, but I guess you're in a scenario where like it doesn't matter. He has the Defy, so you know he has a Moonfall. He can Moonfall your Vex over to go to 7, but you have the Defy, and
Yep.
it also looked like he had I can't tell. Does he? He's 2 Divide. Does he have Emperor's Divide as well? So if things got frisky, he can Emperor's Divide. Also, he Blitzcranks when he get returned to his hand on the hold, so he gets
Yeah.
to play Blitzcrank and just steal the unit off the battlefield.
And defied from hand could be a complete get out of jail free. All units from all battlefields back home. So yeah, I definitely don't mind leaving up the defy plus divide slash a discipline. Maybe a
Vex,
discipline's
yeah.
enough, right?
He looks like he's a switcheroo.
Yeah, I think this is one of those. Once the Blitzcrank eats up that Swain, this is now like a choose your own adventure type thing. Like victory is definitely coming for Vex. It's just how do you want to get there?
So Ride the Wind isn't a solution, but first problem is definitely that Vex.
For sure. Because the Diana player is going to get another turn.
Think around your charm and your
So can you set up some sort of Hui Ride the Wind shenanigans for that turn to get you out of this?
Yeah, I think this is you can't even play you can't play Hui in the back line because he has the Blitzcrank and the Charm in hand.
Yeah, so it's like the order of things you have to deal with here. It's getting the to-do list is getting too long. Yeah, you can't play anything you care about because Blitzcrank's gonna eat it up next turn. You can't get frisky with any unit that's not out there because Vex is shutting them down. And you only have 6 runes remaining.
Yeah, and you can Moonfall the Vex over to go to 7, which is possible.
So plays the way. Here comes the Blitzcrank bounce. Technically, we'll have 2 runes or 2 energy to work with during the upcoming showdown once this gets pulled in. So I'm assuming that's where this is going. And we'll get a move trigger. But notably, 2 is not enough to play Moonfall, which would be the dream scenario if you had any hope as Diana player.
He could Ride the Wind.
So that is the potential move you can do. I just don't know. I mean, okay, I'm going to use my last 2 energy to do this, and Vex is sitting there with a slew of cards and that many runes. There's just no way.
So
it's
what
gonna
could
work.
happen? Yeah, but what could happen is if he plays Blitzcrank and grabs the Hui, you get a move trigger, and then discard a unit.
Yep.
Maybe
update.
untaps discard Porobot, untap some runes. And then you can Moonfall or Ride the Wind over to the Vex by readying your Hui and moving out of that combat.
And how does that get through a defy?
Well, at this point in the game, you're like, all right, if you have the Defy, you have the Defy. I can't play my game plan around.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, like
does he
play
have
to
those?
your outs, and the out here is if my opponent has defy, I'll lose. So, like you certainly try it, but it's just like you know for a fact with how many cards Vex has drawn that they have it.
Oh, he charms over Tide Turner.
I mean, you have the Blitzcrank, right? Like, you get to eat both these things.
Yeah, I just think you play Blitzcrank first, I think. Or, yeah, Blitzcrank over the Hui. Or
Maybe this is just to see if they're willing to use any sort of resources before the Hui comes into battle.
So it's the... Yeah, you can do your...
Get yourself an additional, potentially an additional spell here to deal with this upcoming Hui fight from the Ravenbloom. Maybe that's the thought process.
And also, did we have the Ravenbloom trigger to Vex?
Yeah, it was Tornado Warrior sent to the bottom.
Okay.
I think that's the thought process with starting with Tide Turner is the harder one is going to be the Hui. Get as many resources as you can before that. Just happened to brick on the Ravenbloom. You thought you could see the Diana player thought about ride the winning there, but definitely has to save that for the Hui.
Oh yeah, it's like the Vex is like, all right, I can do this in any way. I think he has 2 defies as well.
Right. Yeah. This is choose your own adventure, right?
I'll pull him into here.
There's almost no way Vex could lose from about 2 turns ago. It was
And I have a defense.
how it's those how do I not lose? We've all been there.
And you don't care about Blitzcrank, so you can just let the Blitzcrank die. I can't speak right now. You just can let the Blitzcrank die, and
For sure. It's done its job, right? Like this, you're happy to just say, "Thank you for your service."
And top card is Evelyn, goes to the bottom.
Evelyn. Interesting.
Yeah, this Vex deck is very wild, I'd say.
There's a lot of move shenanigans between the Charms, the Blitzcranks, the Evelyns. Opponents' units are never safe.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna ride the wind. Looks like he says, I got the defy. Shows him the back off.
Shows them the back off. Good lad. Following the rules there.
Now that we have a quick intermission, just remember, guys, always go support your LGSs. Go out to your Nexus Nights. Luckily, we have a great 2 stores that let us film and make content for you guys. So if you're ever in the Savannah, Georgia area, please feel free to see Roll the Bones or Savannah Lion Games.
Yep.
They're both amazing stores and take care of us, and we're trying to take care of them.
100%. And this video in particular was filmed at Savannah Lion Games. Come find us every Tuesday night out there. The whole Shake and Bake team is usually there in full force. We'd love to chat. Love to talk about the content we're making. And we'd love to kick your ass, too, if you happen to get paired with us. We'll teach you things, though. We'll be nice about it.
You can kick our asses, too.
That is always an option. I'm known to punt quite a bit, especially late nights at these Nexus nights, so kind of just joking there with the kicking the ass thing, but we like to have fun.
He just like he likes his butt touched, i.e. his name Holy Butts. And
All right, let's get this Jhin out of here. Let's get a card up there that's at least in this matchup. So let's put the bane of a few people's existence when it comes to this game in Riftbound. And the core of the Vex deck is, of course, Evelyn. Evelyn. All right, we could show you Evelyn.
And also, I want to do another shout out for our schedules. It's a little off. We have not predetermined our day. It's either going to be Wednesdays or Thursdays. Friday tomorrow is Jank Deck Friday. So if you have any cool janky deck ideas, feel free to leave them in the comments. And Sunday is our live testing days, which we work really hard on that content. And luckily, I have an amazing wife that supports me and lets me spend my Sundays in my living room with all my friends and make content for you lovely guys and women and children and dogs and cats. We don't discriminate.
So you're coming from Flesh and Blood?
Yeah.
Yeah. How you like
So I have pulled up
it? Yeah, it's really
a
good.
card of note.
Wording is
something to chat about. Diana player is ripping the Rockfall path as their go for his battlefield. We noticed that Swain, and we know what's coming with that Swain is going to be this Temporal Breach, which has added spice thanks to Rockfall path. If you happen to use it on your opponent's units that are at that battlefield, it will just send them into the abyss for eternity.
And they just now banned something that should have been banned a year and a half ago. Also, want to note that like a thing to highlight too is going first is very good for most decks, but that Vex deck, it play on the draw. You wouldn't even know it was on the draw.
No, you would not.
They must have got a list from some amazing players.
Maybe they found it on the Team Shake and Bake Piltover.
Links below.
Killing me. It's like weird.
I'm assuming you're gonna play first? Yeah, I'll play first. Alright, good luck with it.
What up?
What is up, Jeremy? Nice to see you.
Best logo maker out there.
We are super excited to see our whole rebranding. Shout out to Jeremy for all the work he's putting on the outside to help us bring more great content to you guys. Really looking forward to the future.
All right, so game 2 just about getting underway. Looks like final choices on mulligans.
Yeah, I see the struggle. If you look at it, he had the combo that we highlighted week 1 with the Croxa and Tornado Warrior. And it looks like he put it on the bottom and kept the Vex, which makes sense. Purple Vex, Vex, I guess they're both purple. Vex Cheerless.
5 mana Vex, I call it.
5 mana Vex.
My absolute MVP at Nexus Night tonight.
He's just a 3 mana dude. A raw dog tornado.
Hey, sometimes a 3 for 3 is all you need. It ain't pretty, but it might get the job done.
Flesh and Blood, you draw at the end of your turn, so it's extra.
Custom tokens for this game? I love me some custom tokens.
All right. Oh, that's an interesting attack. Going into... Going into rock rather than the peak.
And firing off the stack deck.
The stack deck is fine because he's probably going to go Diana, I assume. Diana backline and leave one up, get the free mana. I'm just surprised that he didn't go into the star peak just for the fact that Vex wants to hold. It doesn't even want to be on Rockville.
Yeah, that's true. That is something you do have to mark with the Vex deck is they heavily prefer to hold on one of the battlefields, especially ones that have text with the word hold on it. And so if you have the opportunity to kind of take that away from them, you probably should take that opportunity. The thing I'm questioning is this Raven Bloom attack and not leaving up too much protection for it if by chance Vex would like to deal with that Raven Bloom student.
I also don't hate that they're leaving it up because I think from the Vex point of view, they're like, okay, I can play this slow game. Like I can worry about getting even and taking out the right side at a later time. My first thing I want to do is I want to get on a battlefield. Yeah. And the least riskiest way is just go to the empty one. You're not contested. You don't get stupefied traded. So.
Well, stupefied would just be a kill.
Yeah. It would be just a kill. Exactly. So like, if you're Vex, you're just like you're gonna take the free point, free hold. Yeah. Now you can play 4 mana Vex.
Also, now thinking about it, there's no reason to ship a unit into Rockfall because you can't just slam Vex on top of it into Rockfall, right?
That's the real answer, but we're not gonna. We want to sound smarter with more information.
We're going through every possibility, all sorts of reasons why and why not.
So this is a very powerful turn to go Vex and hide a card. And if they hold it, they get the rune back.
That's probably the best feeling. Is it stinks sometimes to send that rune to the bottom for a hidden card, and you just get to say no, it doesn't, because you get it right back. Yeah, because like what can? There's no world in which Diana, at least I don't think, besides Moonfall, is going to do anything about that star-tipped peak at this point.
Should on trigger?
That's an interesting.
Ayo, spoiler alert.
Oh, that's what he can. Yeah, he might Moonfall.
A battlefield he occupies already.
Okay, considering the Moonfall, Defy is always something to keep on the radar, but I guess if there's a window, maybe now's the time. So going for the Vex, so now this is again eating another deflect.
And deflects.
Just never feels good.
You have.
So he has the Defy. The question is, does
Is
he
it worth
care?
the rune?
Yeah.
I will try to defy that.
Cares
He
enough.
says, "Yep, let's do it. If you're gonna play more things, it's gonna cost you more as well."
Abandon.
Interesting. All right, so sadly that Vex does go over, or happily for the Diana player.
+2. And now showdown begins.
Raven Bloom gets the +2. And
Gets a predict
triggers.
trigger here from Diana, which is nice. Or vision, or whatever it's called for her.
On the bottom. Into the right
Yeah,
to
Jeremy,
win.
this is someone just from our locals at Nexus Night. I do know his name. I'm not gonna share his name because technically I don't have his like write off, or you know what I mean.
They don't love that one. That's fine.
His express written permission.
So that's a good turn for Diana, but Vex is still on a bad spot because they're still on the battlefield. They're trailing runes.
And then draw for my turn.
So Diana went down 3 runes that turn? 2 runes. 2 runes that turn.
Costly though.
Vex went down 1. Well, 2 if you count the hidden cards, but he netted the 1 from holding.
Yeah. That peak just feels so good. Ads. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Jeremy. I guess he can't hear me. He's watching ads.
Scuttle Crab on the left side
Pass it to you. So you go to 3.
passes the turn. And
So this
Scuttle
is-
Crab. Oh, good.
I was just gonna say, like, I love watching how the Vex player has navigated all the different problems that have thrown his way, but the best part is never. What's the best way to phrase this? Like, not budging in the face of losing at times. Like we saw this in game 1, down 6-0 or like 6-1, and just like didn't blink, didn't bat an eye. Found the line, clawed back into the game, and just like wasn't scared of the fact that being down 6-1. Sometimes you just have to be in those positions. So as we talked about with that first attack, not going into Rockfall, it's just like, I'll deal with that side later. It's fine. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to draw a bunch of cards, channel a bunch of runes, and then when it's time, I'll come clean that up. So even though the score is not in their favor, that's not always telling the full story.
I preach it a lot. Drawing cards is good.
But drawing cards, you're locking down a battlefield yourself. You're hiding cards so they're not enticed to try to get onto even points here. And you're channeling runes from your battlefield. Like, it's just all these different things.
And it's also scary too, though. For the Vex is he knows the switcheroos in his hand unintentionally, but he knows
Unintentionally, but yes.
That information is known.
And that's
As much as he
that's
probably doesn't
important
want it to be.
information. Yeah, it's important information.
poor bot. I don't hate developing. Developing's always good, especially when you have. He has a lot of reactive spells. Like he has the Eclipse. He has Switcheroo. He has Ride the Wind. So it's okay to do some shenanigans, and you got your Ravenbloom student that gets to get bigger.
Yeah, what do we know what Vex hit at this point?
I want to say it's Switcheroo, but I'm not positive, to be honest.
So the switcheroo we were referring to is that Diana has a switcheroo that earlier on in this game was accidentally like dropped from his hand, so the Vex player knows about Diana's switcheroo.
Here's an important card. So Vex is like, okay, I know you're developing. I'm gonna develop too. So if you could test my left side and things go wrong, I have a Vex to clear that problem up.
And so I like this. I could see myself and others being enticed to say, hey, I want my Vex 5-drop to be into combat. Let me slam this on my other units that I have in that battlefield, and it's ready to engage in combat. But you also want to have like 1,000,000 runes up so you can just totally win that whatever exchange this Vex gets into. So just play it backline, untap, and then let it go to work next turn.
So it's another Ride the Wind. So he has 2 Ride the Winds in his hand now.
No way, though. That's where you really want it.
He is gusting Diana. Makes sense.
Not many good options in the hand for Diana to deal with this moment. I think this may end up being a Ride the Wind out of here with Student.
It could be, he could Starcross, take the value of, I'm losing my unit always, let's go ahead and bounce that
I think he's
Tornado
going
Warrior.
to attempt to use this as a reaction, which will be, I'm sure, swiftly corrected. Yes, Starcross the Diana that's already getting bounced and that backline Vex.
Is that, or you're bouncing the Tornado Warrior?
The Tornado, just to try to actually win combat here.
I'm not in love with. I think bouncing Vex is probably fine. At worst, eat to defy.
Yeah, see, I think I'm inclined to bounce that backline Vex just to stave off dealing with that as much as you can, because you're never going to want to deal with that. But so he is trying to. Oh, the second gust. That's backbreaking. So now everything's getting bounced to hand.
I think they're going to order the stack right here because.
Yeah, George, that also, we do think the Vex player also has a switcheroo hidden, in addition to the one we were referring to in Diana's hand. So we think it's switcheroos all around.
There's also a switcheroo in Vex's hand.
An additional one.
Yeah.
Also weird interaction.
Okay, so it looked like the Diana player was wondering if the student already had +1 might from Starcross. The answer is no, so there isn't another way to get it up to 4 out of gust range. Unless he fired off 2 more spells here at reaction speed. Man, that double gust. I was not aware Vex was playing 2 copies of Gust.
Vexless looks kind of spicy.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make sure our Piltover is updated to reflect this Vex list.
So it was a switcheroo, as we thought. So he could switcheroo a switcheroo.
Switcheroo right back, but he has to pay the full cost, which is rarely what you want to do with switcheroo. Man.
And if that happens, then you can't develop the board either.
Yeah,
So
and this is
rough.
all before the cheerless even comes into play, and you're already ripping runes here. This is tough.
Yep, so here's a switcheroo.
So goes for it. He's trying to get to these even points.
Good, so we're at even. You win this. You go to 4 and conquer.
All right, he got there. Long awaited. 4 points.
3 ride the winds.
Ooh. Drew all of them, and no way. See, this is where it's tough. I've played Diana a little bit, and it does. You do feel like you want all 3 Ride the Winds in your deck, and then you have one of these moments where you don't have a card you want to be using it on, and it feels really bad.
Ready. All right, so we have the readied. So he has to Ride the Wind, so he knows that if he goes into the left side, it's free.
Just immediately shuts it off.
It shuts it off, and it's also... I mean, he's only 1 rune, so...
Yeah. Oh, he is already on. I'm sorry, I thought the Diana was up too. So yeah, no, this is... Alright, so Vex has advanced to the board. You're going to have probably a butt ton of runes up when you pass the turn here. This is going to be tough.
Paying 2. Nope, taking it back. Paying
Yeah,
1.
just 1 for, I think, this kitty you just drew.
Yep. Steel Paws. He has a fan. He could play the fan there.
Ugh, and now the hold is activated. No units backline, just that Diana and the Ravenbloom student that have been bounced to hand are the only units in hand. Maybe there's something else.
No, yeah, it's Diana and Ravenbloom. 3 Ride the Winds and an Eclipse. Banner readies. Notably, only 2 purple runes as well.
True.
I'm not sure what he drew there.
What can you do? How do you get out of this?
So he's a tie turner. I think it starts with Ride the Wind.
Really?
Diana, maybe? Yeah, and go on the left side, you're up on points. But then you have to worry about the kitty.
The kitty just immediately eats that. Is this just a full develop turn? Prey on that for your next turn? It's just so tough because now the Vex is going to score to 6. And then you're just like forced to deal with a bunch.
And then you have to like, okay, what's in the peak? Is it Tornado Warrior? Is it something else? Is it Evelyn?
Another switcheroo.
Another switcheroo? Because you know he has a Tornado Warrior in his hand, so you're probably thinking it's Tornado Warrior. But what if it's not? And then you go, okay, I'm going to develop my back line. And... Well, actually, no, yeah, that'd be bad because you can't empower play on the Rockville, so... Hidden Tornado Warrior is not as scary. So maybe this is just develop. He is thinking to Ride the Wind.
I just don't know what you do if this Steel Paws takes the Rockfall to score to 6, gets empowered, and now you're looking at 7+ might on each side without your Hui. So he is going to go for the Ride the Wind here. I mean, the Bondle Tree game, you're going to do well. It's definitely not meta. Is it fun? I mean, I think it's certainly fun. But like I said, the Bondle, whatever, the double hide battlefield, you will win a large percentage of those games because hiding 2 of them, flooping them, and just like you're going to present a crap ton of might.
You maybe win those.
And that's I think your best chance of winning is in those games, and then outside of that, you're just I don't know if it works.
I'll go there. So here's an interesting thing. He Vex does not empower the Steel Paws, which could be walk right into a Gust.
Is this a bait? Is this a go ahead and Gust deflect this?
I mean, it could be. You're up on points, so it's not the worst thing. Get a card out your hand and cost you a power on runes. You're short. Oh, it's a Ride the Wind.
So it's another attempt at Ride the Wind. I like how he moved it first. It's like there's no chance this is getting defied. Oh wow! And just where you're gonna go past that, that's gonna resolve, and we're gonna switcheroo and say, "You're tapped out. I know this is gonna work."
Yeah. That is a fair assessment of how things are turning out here.
And the hidden card is the Tornado Warrior.
And Tornado Warrior was on the left side.
I draw a single play or swing that last.
Don't mind
Alright,
that.
we're on to. We're getting ready to go to our third and final match of the evening.
Just wanted
Looks
to
like-
speed it up ever so slightly because this is a 3-game set, so there's a lot to get through.
Looks like this is another Vex. And Irelia. Those are some
Question,
nice hands.
question in the chat on the Vex list. Is it a 3 of switcheroo in that Vex deck?
trying to think if this
No, it is not a 3 of. It's a 2. It could be 3, but it's 2.
All right, so Vex on the play. Probably the best start for this particular Vex deck, what this Vex deck's going for. A little bit different than the one we just saw. This one is going to be slamming a lot kind of bigger, beefier things rather than trying to grind it out in a more tempo fashion. But Treasure Hunter is just going to get the ball rolling on all the like hidden cards, all the heavy costs. So, Aurelia player, assuming doesn't have a turn 1 play, I think went to find one with the stack deck, finds a Timmy, plays out a Tide Turner. Because generally speaking, in Aurelia, you're not going to just fire off that stack deck just for the sake of it. You're going to save it for an Abandoned Hall, which gets revealed in the middle of turn 2, because why not? And you're going to try to save it for value there or dig for something specific. A little late on the reveal.
Paper Tree is an interesting choice. But I guess it's like Vex is like, okay, I'm going to concede not always being on the battlefield. So if you want to contest the other one, rather than peek saying, hey, I want to win this.
Yeah. So also Vex noting here that Treasure Hunter does not tangle well in combat, but with Abandoned Hall, it sure as hell can. Stack deck is certainly not necessary. 2x copies has been kind of the standard since Unleashed, and a lot of players don't play it at all. But it's kind of a what's the word? I guess a choice, right? It's like, do you like having this thing to dig at certain points? I've found it to feel a little clunky and not always where I want to be, but it's also saved my ass a number of times where I can't seem to cut all of them.
He likes to floop cards from his deck.
I do like to floop cards from all aspects of the game. Speaking of stack deck, Vex player taking a good look.
Emperor's Divide, strong card.
Very strong card. So now we get to see what the painful hidden card that Aurelia's going to have to run into at some point.
And I think the Vex into Irelia is really tough for Irelia. It can be. It can be.
It can be. I think die roll, as it always does, goes a long way. I think we're going to see actually some lopsided natures of these games given who is going first. But Vex presents a lot of tools where Irelia is going to pop off probably a lot of, maybe even multiple pump spells, and then the result is going to be that unit gets stunned and just sent back home, and you're going to feel really bad as the Aurelia player.
And I think Aurelia's game plan is be patient, and
You have to
feel
be
like
so patient. You have to get down 6-0, 7-0, and then go from there. Have as many resources and assets as you can for that moment.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of common mistakes with playing Irelia is they blow through their runes so fast, and Irelia does not catch up well. When you go for that all-in, you need to win. You can't afford to lose when you're blowing more than 2 runes.
Yeah, the thought process a lot of the times with Aurelia has to be Sorry, I got distracted by George's comment. Oh yeah, the reasoning for that, and this is actually ties into what I was going to say, is do not advance units out unless you know like 99% you're going to win the upcoming exchange on the following turn.
Below your deck, it would be fine.
That's yeah, only crab in a backline, but what is it? Just my Timmy? Like trades with a discipline, and then I don't feel good, and I'm not going to use my 1 rune up for Defiant Dance, Defy, or On Guard at that point. Like, I want to save those to save the Stellacorn when that gets frisky. So
And also, what's the
1
difference
point.
between 1 point on
Exactly.
going to 1 point to go to 2 points?
right. And I don't even know if it changes what this current spot is. Maybe it helps, but like this Sona, I gain a rune if I hold. I just don't expect to hold. That's what I'm saying is sending that Tide Turner up there, I do not believe is going to result in me holding.
I'm going to attempt to star cross these two.
Stellacorn and Scuttle.
Yes.
Yeah, the rune would be great. I just don't think I was gonna have it. If I put something there, he's gonna try to kill it. I don't like that I gave him a free point for sure, but I also don't like that my Stellacorn got star-crossed. And so this is where I think this Tide Turner does now get frisky, so I don't like the consistency here, but I think I would just replay something to the back line and pass the turn.
Yeah, I think this is like a panic. Oh no, he's going to 3. I need to go to 1.
There's also no units in the back line, so it's like, oh, this is actually closer to safe.
Okay, so good
I
for-
think I would have played Stellacorn there, unless you're planning on going to the left side.
I think that's the thought process is, okay, if at some point I want to kill this Sona, which Sona is so hard to watch, where it's like, at some point I'm going to have to do this thing where I attack as the Aurelia player, and I don't want them to have all the runes up. I'd like them to be strapped on resources there. But like, you just have to accept that that's going to be the case, and like I say, wait until you're at a point where you feel like you're 99% certain to actually win the exchange. Don't go in with any sort of risk. There's no reason to until it's 7 points.
Discipline.
Okay.
And so, yeah, Stellacorn allows you to maintain another rune, which would be nice in the long run because that's like the whole game plan. Don't play a Kali out unless it's like your only unit to play.
There are runes for those
So yeah, this is what we were worried about too. Granted, he played a lot of spells.
Yeah, I was going to say, this was Emperor's Divide and Discipline to come on over. I simply used the window for the stack deck.
So
should be
as a
instant
result of
Defiant
that card
Dance.
resolving,
Should
the card
be.
no longer exists in Abandoned Hall. It's like
I
the
think there's a
reverse.
thought
If you
to,
find a
if there's a
get the
way
best, and
to
it's going out, you don't get the best.
get him closer to tapped out, and if the Aurelia player has a Defy in hand to counter their Defy, you can
Actually,
bounce
it
the
could be
Sona
Boots.
and get rid of that hidden spell.
It could be Boots. I don't hate, unless you have Boots in your hand. I could take Boots.
Alright, good to pass.
The Boots to just get a Kali bigger? Or like try to score Treasure Hunter and Boots across?
Yeah, just to start saying, hey, alright, I have the solution. Assuming the list plays 2. So you putting 1 on the bottom is, I'm not a fan of it. If I need it, because the point is, I believe it's what, 4 to, is it 4 or 5? 5 to 1.
Yeah, unfortunately the pucks had died at this point.
Oh, sorry, I should have 2.
But my logic is, okay, next turn I want to be able to start contesting both battlefields, and Boots allows me to solve that problem. Like, solves a later problem, and is undefiable versus Defiant Dance. Is defiable.
I think the thought process here is to Starcross, Scuttle, and Sona and try to kill one of these hidden cards without it getting any value. But just with their 4 runes up, it's just like you know it's going to get defied, so it kind of sucks.
Fourth on like what's better, green or red Akali? I think like ideally.
I don't think it's close.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it's close.
Well,
It's.
I guess in a sense of like in an Akali deck.
I still don't think it's close. The first line of text on this, I can't be chosen. Just is already now. It makes it better. The other card can do a bunch more than it did. This is still that text is so insane. Okay. How
I
do
have
we do
Boston
this?
at my door.
The end goal is to kill that, but I also don't mind you having to replay that.
Deep in the tank.
So I think I'm gonna take the
What's up,
the
Ollie?
route that doesn't let me. Alright, so let's try this.
So finally fires
Starcross,
off that
Scuttlecraft.
Starcross that was in planned. So it'd feel a lot better with Defy backup because you know it's just going to eat their Defy.
Attempts to defy.
Defy's good.
Do you
But
believe in
it does
Defies,
not
Oliver?
see a Defy.
It's exhausted now. Okay. Defy's good.
Your targets were Scuttle and
Scuttle and Sona. Charm Sona.
So really trying to...
Let's see.
The game plan is clearly don't let these hidden cards get of any use. So this is a Charm Sona to the other side and then try to eat them both up at once with this Akali. The boots probably would have been a decent addition here, but I just think with these hidden cards likely being stuns or switcheroos, this is where, okay, let's see what I'm dealing with here. I just don't know how you engage with the units on each side with hidden cards in the against the Vex deck after they untap their 4 runes and go. Yeah, I can just walk in there.
Provide. You're gonna do that now?
Yep.
During combat.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, this is interesting. Chooses to fire off the Divide and not kill the Scuttle.
4 to 2.
Move trigger. Here you go.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I think preserving the hand info. I think
Yeah,
it was
I don't know,
preserving
like,
the
I
hand
think-
info.
I think I'm more like, hey, okay, you see my hand, I have all
Right.
these.
Right, figure it out.
Like, even if you see 2 or 3 hidden cards, I'm like, okay, now which battlefield is it on?
Silicon backline.
Yeah.
Pass.
But also, you're just like so far ahead, you're like, whatever. Yeah, I don't like that play at all because like you can still Emperor's Divide to solve any issues.
Right. And you're gonna probably kill the Scuttle now anyways?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, Jeremy, that's true. I once sabotaged a Diana player, and they were like, you should just take those out of your deck, because you see all my cards and know how you're going to lose, and it just feels bad. And it's like, yeah, you're not wrong, but it's still technically a good card.
I pretty much can. Cards in hand?
Yeah, unfortunately, hard to see the die on that Vex.
Game is pretty
The pucks had died at this point. But I don't
We'll get
think
better at
it's,
charging.
I don't think it's too much. I don't think it's too many points. It's somewhere between like 2 and 4.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he did it at 4 or 5, I think. Yeah, but here's I have all these. And I really was like, damn it. Wait, is that a bird?
That was a
Or is that
bird.
plane?
I'll send Scuttle in here.
And look, he's already in the tank. He's already submitting the
So
results.
I'll score a 7.
This does not have pen and paper.
Actually. Which one do I want to do? Yeah.
Yes, George. I charged them before tonight as well.
Shout out to the equipment manager.
2 for Scuttle. Sure. Draw a card.
Ugh, this Sona though is just really doing the business.
4. Recycle.
And 1,000,000 gold from Treasure Hunter, which I believe is a 2 of in the Vex deck, which we're going to see every game here, because of course. And how about a second Sona, just to say, I will have all my runes every turn.
Ready though.
Always, forever and ever.
I wonder if like Vex would have been better.
Yes, I agree. You should be streaming your Nexus Nights. Even if it doesn't go live or you have technical difficulties, I'm a big fan of being able to just re-watch your videos, just like this. You learn so much. VOD reviews are great.
Oh, that's the Orange Dream, huh? Against Kennen, too. Hope you beat Kennen. I hate that deck.
This goes through.
Yeah, the bow trigger. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, fast.
Alright, so he's going in for the, hey, let me look at your hand again, bro. And he's like, oh, he disciplines it. Interesting.
This is Abandoned Hall, right? So I think this
For the
is like
+3.
kind of nice because Find Your Center now costs 1 and gives +1.
Oh no, you don't control it.
Channel, draw.
And gets you a rune and draws a card.
Well, of course, it still does the written text.
Is that?
Sometimes.
Get under 10 minutes for game 3. Damn. Classic Kennen.
Because like what I draw off of this, right? Because that's action.
Yeah. No,
When I draw first?
I thought you had resolved that. Yeah, you draw first. Why are you gonna defy that?
Yeah.
Whew. Close one.
No, I just have to do this, and I have to trust I put the right card back on top.
So just get
Oh, it looks
eaten
like
up by
he-
defies here because the Aurelia player does not see a defy in this game 1. So it's kind of just a tough one when Vex shows you 2 defies and you don't have any.
I don't have my.
Do you know what a hot take is? Is so many people bitch about purple, but really
the real
the
problem.
villain is green.
For sure. Now with the bird as well.
You weren't a bird believer. I'm
I, don't know
calling
if
you
I,
out.
I still don't know if I am.
I'm calling you out.
I mean, I'll stick to it. I still don't know if I am.
But don't you know?
What, that the bird is the word?
If you're gonna do it, you gotta do it correctly. You gotta get the.
I'm definitely not doing that. Only bird believers do that. I think birds are a psyop by our government to keep watch on us. No, I'm just kidding. I don't believe that. Don't put that out there on the internet.
These current cards.
Bird in Aurelia?
Go find the cards that beat it.
Wait a minute.
I don't know. That just felt like
Who are you?
everything was working that time.
I don't think you put bird
I
in
don't even want to
earlier.
say like.
You
bad
you
stuff, but,
can't.
like,
I don't think you can.
just drawing everything.
The answer is simple. It's play Find Your Center.
It's defy.
Wait until you have like 9 runes up and a bunch of shit in your backline that they can't deal with, and then kill them.
Matchups come down to.
You just do that every time. Let the score be
Actually,
6-0 or whatever,
Where
and then
that
you're
came
fine.
down to is, like, who has more defiance.
It also still blows my mind that Aurelia. I'm always like very. I hate playing against Aurelia. I hate it with a passion. It's so annoying.
Yep. When
I
it goes
still
right
wa-
for Aurelia, it feels like you as the opponent can't do anything.
I've never had a
I
better.
think it's the
player.
best deck, but I mean, it just shows how hard it is, though. Because I mean, it's only one in China, right? Like, there's only
Got me some-
Yeah, it has one
Varsity
China
does
RQ win.
it blows my mind.
We'll see. I think that Green Akali card might be a way to get it over the top, but we'll see in the upcoming RQ season. Notably getting pulled out of this matchup, and I'm not sure about that, but I think the idea is Vex is going to be on a battlefield. You're going to have to deal with the units at that battlefield, and that puts Akali in the vulnerable position more frequently than against other decks. Did it win the RQ? Oh, it did beat. It did beat the Aurora punting in that final, huh? Forgot about that.
Regardless, too. How many did Diana win? Actually, there really wasn't a lot of set 3 legends that won. I think Diana Rengar. Rengar didn't win.
Rengar didn't win.
Rengar set 2.
Rengar set 3, but it didn't win.
You're done with sideboard.
Sort of. Maybe. I got one card on.
Diana's the only one that won. Did anything else win?
I don't think so.
been like Azir and
Yi.
I would say Yi won Hartford. Azir's winning everything in Europe.
Kaisa went through a big reign.
That was way back. Now, to be fair though, like a lot of decks in Riftbound are pretty unforgiving when you make a mistake. But it does feel exceedingly punishing in Aurelia. Like if you lose a unit and you don't have GA, you don't have Zonias. Also, notably didn't see any of those in game 1. Didn't see a Defy. Like those are such valuable tools that you're hoping to see at least a couple of. Like those are that having that buffer. GAs and Zonias give you that buffer. These like get out of jail free cards to kind of overcommit.
I think that's my favorite thing about like Riftbound is being knowledgeable of your deck and being a good player rewards you so much and rewards you so much more than how current state of Magic is.
Oh yeah, I don't think Magic rewards anything besides, I guess, deck building or choosing the deck that's already out there, and then
you can't even like
mulligan right.
You can't even deck build anymore. There's too many sets. Like it takes when there was less sets, you could in a less card pool, you could brew with fun things. Now it's just like you can't play with the fun cards because it's so the power creep between.
Yeah, there's too many good cards in the set or in the format now from the number of sets. But anyways, back to a much better game and a much more fun game to play. So Targon's Peak versus Star-Tipped Peak. So the peaks, this is the Battle of the Peaks.
Oh, it looks important for that. Really looks like he does not have a 2-drop yet. If I'm calling it here, Cotton, he's going to draw one. I believe.
I think there's a lot of missed 2-drops. I've had a lot of missed 2-drops play this Aurelia deck.
He did not, but it looks like he has 2 Defies, which is, as we said in game 1, is super important.
It's so important. Like, he draws... We even actually talk about it after this game, too. Spoiler alert. He draws the 2 Defies game 1. I don't. And then I draw the 2 Defies this game, and he doesn't. And it's just like, oh, he does have a Defy, huh? Yeah, look at this stack deck. How about this stack deck?
This is the craziest fucking stack deck.
So good. I was just like, I have to show him. This is the most insane stack deck I've ever seen. Needed a 2-drop on 1, and instead stack deck on 2, and see 3 Tide Turners in a stack deck. Tell me the odds.
But he threw you a bone. He also didn't have a turn 1 play, which is very good. That's like the best case scenario for you. Like
opens the door.
Like this game could be so much over if he's like 2
Why
drop
Targon's
into
over Hall being down again? Because Hall was the leading battlefield, and because giving Targons to someone else on the play is terrifying. It's like not super orthodox, but like the battlefields are kind of wild, and I think it's pretty flexible how you can jam them out and pretty even matchup dependent. But like having Targons going first is like, okay, I can actually win this game comfortably.
Okay, I like this play. I think this is a bait into the Vex saying, "Hey, I'm going to go over to your thing with this Ride the Wind."
Yeah, I mean, but you at least got a Tide Turner.
Which is also still risky because I mean they're playing green, they have back offs, but you're playing the flex, so I think it's worth it.
Yeah, this is
Defy.
The Targon's Peak enables you to even attempt moves like this, let alone actually do them. But like, even just the fear that things like that are out there because of the Targon's Peak, I absolutely love playing it going first. But I do think there's times to fire it off. I'm super scared to play Targon's Peak when going second. I would fire it off blind or first. I don't know how you can just give, especially in an interactive matchup. Maybe that's the choice. When they're not interacting,
3 mana to use,
and they don't really have reaction stuff, and that's the time you can give it to them going second. But if they're any sort of interactive deck, giving them Targons going first seems just like an absolute nightmare.
Still plus 2 on a rally because it chooses her.
And I think it's, I mentioned this earlier on, it's like when I advance with the Aurelia good units, I want 99% certainty I'm going to win, or I'm going to win whatever exchange might come on their opponent's turn. And Targon's Peak allows that to be a cleaner, higher
I
percentage.
feel like if I do it,
This seems like he's in the tank.
The battlefield order. The reason I did it is because I think the standard is like Sunken first. Sorry, Sunken Blind.
I just feel like
Abandoned Hall going first, Targon second. I was just like, how can you give them Targon second? It just seems like a nightmare. And so I felt a lot better trying to take more control of the Targon's games.
I do like that I've seen you evolve, Jordan, is when we first started playing, like at Hartford, you're just like, my battlefields are always in this order. I was like, whoa, brother.
Yeah. I said it right after. I was like, after the event, I was like, I need to learn when to be more flexible and when to actually strategize with these. Because I was just like, I have a script and I'm following the script.
Respect that, man. 5 and 3. I respect
5 and 3. Right on the line. Fucking Lucian. I'm gonna always remember that Lucian match for the rest of my life.
Somebody bring me a time warp and I'll rip it up on stream.
Just take $50 and we'll rip it.
Okay, so after 5 minutes of delay, we have our play, and it is.
We're still. Oh my god! I've been
Boots.
rambling for like an hour. And we're still in the same moment. My goodness.
All right, so we have Boots equipped swing. He's like, okay, I want to trade.
Unit advantage, get Aurelia out of the play.
Wait, is it six on 6?
If I can hold spells,
Um,
I'll do it. I'll pass.
I do think this is quite the exchange. I think it's a
See if you want to take the trade.
pump spell into a bunch of
Both
defies.
unitless, so
That's wild.
yeah, it looks like a discipline is in hand, and he has he's flexing defy as well to the camera, and a switcheroo, and a discipline. Hey, he had all the cards I just named.
that way I don't get
He's got all the spice.
So, like, is there a world where you concede, I really concede this and rides the winds over to the other one? Yep, okay.
Yeah.
So it's been chosen.
Yeah, I think
And
this
Aurelia
is.
still gets the buff, so.
Yeah, I think the idea is I can play through one defy here, but the other shenanigans probably can't play through. All the other stuns that could be there, the pump spells, the switcheroos. So let's get out of dodge, fight over this one spell with our defy on their defy, which is, I'm assuming, going to come, or I don't know, maybe they just don't. And if they just don't, then I get my move and I'm good.
If I'm Vex, I let that happen, and then I
think
just
so
play
too,
Sona.
right? You just let
You
it
just
happen.
play Sona. Because, again, y'all are going to get tired of me saying it, but it's the truth. Patience.
Patience.
Patience wins games.
I'm learning that. I feel like, not to sidetrack, but I feel like I was channeling the proper patience tonight at Nexus Night playing this Aurelia deck, and it feels so much better, especially when you turn the corner like old Magic World, where it's like you play control, you're losing, and then you turn the corner and you're like, oh yeah, I got him. Feels so great.
I promise everyone in chat, if you take time and be patient and play optimally and play efficiently,
That was my one, right?
it will come. Like,
Possibly.
Yeah.
Probably was
you
the
will, your win percentage will go up.
I
Yeah.
definitely was
100%.
thinking about everything other than the
This
defense.
game's resources is so important.
I've scored on your turn now.
Yeah, the patience is key with your runes. Like, that's one of the biggest things is, yes, the cardboard in your hand is important, but the cardboard that becomes your energy and power to pay for those things is so important to maintain.
I had one card right here.
This thing's at 6 might. Hold the 3.
That's where it's probably been the hardest thing to learn is I've taken for granted the resource system as a Magic player where, like, yes, you do have to make sure you're drawing your lands every turn of Magic, but, like, you do kind of just get this land every turn, and unless you're playing Blood Moon, Land Hate, it's not really something it's something you can take for granted.
That's very interesting. Did he not? So he defied and didn't play.
Didn't play anything.
Oh wait, because he untapped his 2 runes. Yeah,
Untapped
I think
the
you
2
just.
for Targons.
Yeah, I think that was an error on that part. I think you just let that ride the wind resolve.
Play Sona.
Slam Sona, and you're like, you can hide a card,
Yeah.
So I take this.
And then your defy becomes defensive rather than offensive.
Yeah, and
Because
so
you've
now,
defied-
okay, so now here's 3 runes down to try to fight over this battlefield.
I will defy it.
And I just have the Aurelia players got all the gas here with the runes up as well. And a beefy Aurelia.
This goes
And he
through.
didn't play deflect.
Question.
Notably didn't pay deflect. Also notably, this game's taking place at about 10 p.m. on a weekday, so the drain is real.
Maybe I force this to at least get a draw and force more cards out of your hand.
Sans.
Oh, that fucking sucks.
New card from. I'm a big fan of that card. I like having one.
I know, dude. I said it today because it absolutely won me multiple games. I was like, man, I hated this card at first, but in the right matchups, it took Diana to church. It was so good in that
Don't
matchup.
show me that. Well, at least you can't accelerate it.
Yeah, who would have thought defy is good?
Who'd have thought Defy with no restriction was good? I mean,
What are
it
the
has restriction,
three-
but no mana cost restriction.
3 worst battlefields to play.
Yeah, I
against.
saw that.
If you got charm.
Play against?
That would be.
Yeah, Crumbling Sands, George. That's the one we're talking about. It's so good.
I would
I-
say
Scuttle.
Abandoned Hall.
I was just gonna say it's probably the ones I'm playing at Aurelia. It's like Abandoned Hall is one of them for
We would
sure.
like to go find that.
Targon's is annoying. but
Targon's is super
fine. I would say
I love that right there. The stack deck into the
Where I'm going with Scuttle. I'm not sure this is right.
immediately show you that charm. Come on in, Sona.
Okay.
Kind of pot committed now at this point.
I
Oh,
don't mind that
Sigil.
Sigil's fine. Well, it's annoying against Aurora. I think Aurora is just not fun to play
No.
against. I don't think Aurora's busted.
I think
It's just
Sigil,
very-
Sigil is very annoying.
You're picking a different card. from the
Yeah,
stack
I got
deck?
excited.
Oh,
about that.
Sigil would be the top of that
Yeah,
list, the ones that
Sigil.
punish
I
you.
don't want to lose to.
Frozen Fortress.
Yeah, if you
After
lose
playing
that
Mel
one,
last
then you're
week,
fucked.
Frozen Fortress is super punishing. All the
Yeah,
0
I'll-
might and 1 might, 2 might units out there, and a Stupefy to clean up the 2 mites. Frozen Fortress.
As an Ezreal player, I do love me some Frozen Fortress.
Oh, it's so good.
I was on that train before it became Choo Choo.
Drop turn.
Before they even thought about it.
2. Start grab.
I'm not sure. Got distracted there. I'm not sure what happened to that charm.
This one.
I think
And
it's still. Is it still resolving?
No, and why this Sona is still alive.
Going to here. Sure. Ready to
But I do
you
think the
not take the
score is
charm?
like 5-1.
Is it possible you didn't take the charm?
I slammed it on the table after stack decking. That would be a.
But I don't see it in your trash.
I don't see it in my trash either. There's a chance it's under the stack deck, because like I said, it's about 10 p.m. and things are not being maintained perfectly.
For 6.
You're gonna go to 6.
And I think this is one of those moments where game 1 took a little bit of time, and
just gonna
these Nexus Nights can have a hard time actually getting all 3 games in. And so game 2 here, feeling like in the driver's seat, just kind of pushing the pedal to the metal, see if we can get to game 3 as quick as possible.
Sure.
The Aurelia cased up, gets bounced to hand,
So 5. Let's go
breaking the
for
rules
6.
here.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Vilemal's is a good one.
Oh shit, this guy's back.
Yeah, I think it's Vilemal, Sigil, and yeah, for Ivern, Frozen Fortress isn't all that exciting.
That guy.
Sure does. Score there 7.
Oh, that fucking sucks. Yep. Ah, sweet. I don't wanna.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, like I said, I think this game was pretty well in hand. I think yes, like you said, don't defy that ride the wind. Let that go through, play Sona, and try to pick up the pieces from there. But both players missed a 2-drop. Things kind of fell nicely for the Aurelia player. They hit their defies when they needed them. That was going to be a tough one all along.
What am I questioning? 1.
Targon's peak, so Aurelia always had the runes up to play their gas. That was just like, that was always going to be a tough one.
You should always be patient. Patience. You're gonna get tired of hearing me say it.
It is key. For most decks, it is key.
Foil.
And for most matchups.
Somebody else had. Ooh.
Double promo. Yeah, thanks for that.
Foil tendies.
Oh yeah, foil tendies.
You get a Gust Monk?
Foil Gust Monk? All
Promo
day.
Gust Monk.
Oh.
That's good.
Okay, game 3.
Game 3. Grind it.
So to even add to the stress of, oh man, the timer might become a factor, we've already got people cracking their packs from the end of their Nexus Night and sharing some of the goodies. So knowing that they're already done means, crap, we're probably up against it.
10 more now. First one's 12.
Not me. I was done in 10 minutes.
No big deal.
I'm not... I'm not playing Gust Monk. That was a promo that Taylor handed to me. It said, here, I think you play this in Draven, and sometimes I do, but no. Some people have been playing Gust Monk in Aurelia. I play 6 2-drops. I play Tide Turner, Scalded Crab. I call it a day.
I've got all the cube bulk. Don't give me those eyes. I got all the cube bulk.
Well, Guardian's Angel, Zonia's.
Those don't count.
Technically don't count. Sometimes you are desperate and you do just jam those on one because you need to do something.
Over if I actually was able to conquer there.
If you're able to conquer. Was it worth the risk? Maybe. I think
almost
going
at
second,
first goal
up
of
1-0,
followers.
that's the only time
We
it's
are
worth that risk.
8 followers
Any other
away
situation,
from
it's
hitting
not.
our
In that situation, it's kind of worth it.
followers
Yeah,
goal.
it's also different, like, if I
Buttons.
Don't forget.
2 drop or 3 drop.
Don't forget to hit the little
Yeah,
follow
yeah.
button.
Advantage.
I also missed my 2-draw, right?
Hit the little ring bell. You get notifications when we go online. Like and subscribe our YouTube channel. All our VODs go up there throughout the week. So if you miss it,
Well, keep.
you can tune there, see all the good stuff. Subscribe there.
All right, good luck.
Looks like we're getting a back-to-back star tip. Okay, here we go. Grove. So this is the scary game for Vex, or at least as the Vex opponent. This is a scary game.
This is the I want to play first Grove game.
Ugh, and you hate to see the Treasure Hunter as the Aurelia player because the resource game is one you're trying to hope to win on, and Treasure Hunter's just not going to let that happen.
Yep, you're good.
Like this attack, get the gold, play Vex at Battlefield, and then you get a hide. Or I don't like this play. Not a fan of this at all.
That's not Vex.
Well, I mean, like,
Curious
I
what the
don't
thought
want
process
to
is.
only get 1 unit, so
So
like,
you don't have a hold or a hidden card. That's good.
It could mean 0 hidden cards in hand.
Vex.
He has multiple hidden cards.
He has a switcheroo.
He has Emperor's Call
And Emperor's Divide.
Emperor's Divide, excuse me. I like just slamming Vex and just hide the Emperor's Divide and say, okay,
Yeah.
you have to have a pump spell and a defy for me to get punished.
Multiple pump
And you're
spells.
like especially if you're hiding anyways.
Yeah, and then hides just for the Treasure Hunter. Yeah, Vex on curve with hidden card is the whole game plan. So, the fact, seeing this, the fact that, yeah, this allows me to at least just like march in here, him at 3 runes.
And then disciplines. That's interesting as well.
Yeah. Sure. Why not?
Assuming Aurelia has something in hand that can help
Worth the risk.
deal with
Fuck
this.
it.
That is something.
4 and 2. Switcheroo.
So that's not ideal. I don't think that's a. Oh, it's switcheroo. He had the switcheroo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sucks.
Yeah. So super punish not playing around switcheroo there.
Even that's something.
Almost no reason to even begin this exchange because this is the whole
Get blown out.
resource thing. I think just feeling the squeeze of the clock, trying to clear as many units, get as many points,
See,
and not let
alright.
him get points.
Like, I don't hate the attack on Aurelia's part. I think you're like, okay, he hit a card. What's
That
the
rune,
worst to
that
grab?
rune and that card are going to be so valuable. That's the best card in the deck, and I just used it. Like, well, here's the other thing: is we were talking about the optimal gameplay for that second turn.
It's not Vex Charm.
The fact that he didn't do that and plays Treasure Hunter hidden card, like, doesn't that telegraph switcheroo?
Yeah, to me, yeah.
So, like, there's no reason to go in.
Well, I think, see, I'm the opposite on that. I think it's fine to go in, even if it's a switcheroo.
You just eat it, right?
Yeah, you eat it, and if he disciplines, that's fine. He got a discipline out of his hands. But then, okay, you're trading a resource that's relevant. You're playing Stellacorn next turn.
2 for a Mauser.
I just like them using the resources. Throwing away the Tide Turner is fine because again, that first point means nothing. Getting the resources out of their hand is nuts.
I could see that. I could see I've attacked and now I've gotten discipline switcheroo out of their hand and my Tide Turner has died, and then just go from there. Keep the Defiant Dance, play Stellacorn and pass. I could see that. I think though this is where the game really falls apart.
It's okay to give Vex some points. It does suck. It is a growth game. I will say that. That does feel bad, but like,
it just feels
really,
bad. It's not actually all that bad. It feels bad.
So I can try to draw one off this.
Yeah, it's fine.
You definitely don't have to allow that to go.
So, but I do think this is where things go wrong. Like scoring and just maybe getting out.
Pay the 1 to draw.
That is Vile Maw in the hand for Vex, and that is going to unfortunately ruin my evening.
Oh boy.
Was I supposed to do this? Let me take a quick look. I might be supposed to. Hold on a second.
yep.
I didn't do my move trigger.
Vile
so
Maw
let's just
is
see.
in the Vex's hand.
I drew my
Yeah,
card.
so I should have just accepted that I messed up here. Instead, I say, no, wait. I wanted to pay 1 to ready my legend because I'm trying to come fight on this other side for whatever reason. There's just no reason to be doing this. Again, just 10 p.m., losing some of that patience that might be there early in the day and should be.
I don't even know if that's necessary.
Probably thinking about snacks and bedtime and petting my cat at this point of the night. And not actually assessing every single line that needs to be assessed, every card I need to play around, instead just kind of throwing a band into the wind.
I will say the weekday gameplay is a lot rougher for me as well. The fatigue from work and the playing card, and to also making content now. So it's like
That's what that dude. And I remember this day. This was I put together the video, the Mel video, most of it on this day, and it was just like plus work, and I'm just like, oh, now let's go play fucking Aurelia at 10 p.m. at night. It's like, what could go wrong? How could this ever go wrong?
Yeah. Kill. Oh, you did.
Oh yeah, he's playing. So we saw the Heron from a earlier Scuttle Crab. He's playing Heron, Vile Maw, and Baron. There was a list like this in like top 11 to China event a few days ago, a week ago. So yeah, playing a lot of big dudes. Very different from the style John has been playing, and I much prefer the style John has been playing. It's more tempo oriented. Just kind of like play a lot of cheaper things and present problems that way for your opponent. A lot of a wide array of problems.
So move this back. Sure. Go.
But yeah, so that Stellacorn, that super aggressive Stellacorn play, which costs a number of runes, a number of cards. Yes, the Stellacorn drew cards, but if you don't have runes to play them, it kind of doesn't matter.
I don't want to backtrack because we got like 7% time.
You can. We're good on time.
And so, as George has mentioned, this is one of those moments where, like, as a relative player, you kind of know you've lost right now.
Yep.
Because you made that mistake, and this is a super punishing deck for those types of mistakes. There's no coming back. I'm gonna untap to 6 runes. It's like, okay, yeah, I can play Aurelia and start doing shit with it, but like, Vex is churning so much value. They're drawing a bunch of cards, and now I'm behind on other things too. It's just like, yeah, that mistake just loses you the game. You're gonna try to scrap together a game here, but it's basically over from that mistake.
Go.
So this is the take your medicine turn. Don't recycle any runes. Play a couple units backline. See if you can pick up the pieces on the following turn.
Draw for battlefield. Vex.
Vex drawing 3 cards per turn, thanks to Grove and Vex Legend.
Find the charm. It's the same concept. You can draw events through your phone on one app.
Alright, I will start by going here.
Sure.
Move trigger for 6.
Find Daisy, get Burbs.
Let's see.
Yeah, if I wasn't trying to just
You're gonna get a draw.
see as many games as I could with Aurelia, I definitely would not play it at Nexus Nights as much.
Those reps are important.
But like even these reps super tired are important because at worst I get to watch them now and go, hey, don't do that next time. And now it's ingrained in my mind. But like still just going through the motions with the deck sometimes is nice, even if it's poor lines, poor sequencing. But yeah, as I've mentioned, we are going to go through the rest of this footage. It's not necessarily garbage time, but it's been feeling like garbage time for Aurelia since that Stellacorn debacle. And now to see the big burb on the battlefield is like, okay, there's almost I don't know what I can do to get out of this.
Because there's nothing you can play for free first to get this then for the discount that I'm aware of.
We gotta tune up that Ivern list to the max.
Would love for that to happen for you, buddy.
Let me see here, so I can go 3.
Definitely gonna have to put it through the ringer of
So score there.
S tier legends and see what your strategy is gonna be to at least give yourself the best chance.
Maybe I have
Oh,
to
we can set you up for a
separate
co-stream.
them. Do this first, do this,
We can
then go over.
beat the shit out of you for 5 hours.
Yeah, you want to play Ivern into like Yi and Draven and Azir and fucking Aurelia all night?
Something.
Sound fun?
I do that plus that. Just do that. I can do
It will help, even if it is just an ass beating all night. It's gonna help.
that be but 2, 3, 4.
This is the worst feeling though, as the Aurelia player. It's like, okay, I'm behind. They presented things that I need to deal with, but I don't have a way to deal with. Trying to come up with some magic trick to get yourself out of it. It's like, yes, they've drawn 1,000,000 cards, but it's not like Aurelia doesn't have cards. It's like 7 or 8 cards at hand. Like, there's got to be an answer in here.
The Heron was a foreplay.
But this is just not a deck that
Channel.
goes from nothing to destroy your whole board. You need to like be steadily building up and then out of nowhere explode with all those things.
Alright, so I just want to point this out. There's this very questionable play that's coming up.
Oh, the charm?
Yeah, I just want to point it out.
Oh, here we go.
I'm very much aware of
Patience
the
is-
charm.
4, 6,
Patience is key.
Kill that.
Reading cards and doing maths
Minus on
also
that.
important.
10
Here we
p.m.
go.
Let's
don't
not
do
waste.
that. 2 on
Let's not waste our resources.
Alright, score 2.
Yeah.
Like I
sorry.
said,
No,
the
no.
Stellacorn was the losing play.
Boots.
This extra rune that I blow here on the charm deflect ends up not mattering, but
On the
it
green,
could have
use this
mattered.
already.
It's like, no, it's clearly wrong. Like, there's no reason. The might totals are where I need them to be. Like I said, I was looking at my like 7 or 8 cards in hand.
This and the Heron.
I went through like 14 different lines of like, how do I get out of this? And
-2.
once I kind of found the one that got the might totals where I wanted to, I kind of
Here.
stopped thinking about what to charm and what not to charm.
6 on 4. And then gank over 6 on 5.
Yeah, you got it.
Score 3.
So by some miracle and a shit ton of runes, the board has been cleared.
We got there.
Yeah.
Still could just die. Only have
And
3.
Aurelia is somehow still alive, but notably down an extra rune simply by charming the Vex when they could have charmed the Heron, winning that exchange 6-5, and then ganked over, beaten up on the Vex 6-4. I wish I knew the full context of the Aurelia hand, because there was some other lines considered that didn't involve getting the Heron down to the might total, so I think the idea was to maybe accelerate some other unit, and just getting Vex off the board first was the idea.
Yeah, you could also tell by the mannerisms that you had that you were just like checking out of.
Oh, I was like, I tried to compute away, and then I found a line that like killed the things. I was like, I'm just doing this. It's fucking 10 o'clock. I know we're up against the clock, because that's what happens at these Nexus Nights. And I'm not going to just go to time or like go to turns and then actually try to grind this out.
I think it's worth fighting over because the boots.
The star cost is.
Yeah, we'll do 5.
Just keep those runes going one direction. I think I started last turn with about 8 runes.
I still have 5.
Yeah, they all disappear so fast.
And they're all gone.
It's like
I mean-
taxes, man. It's like your paycheck when it comes in.
It's part of that, but it's just like that's what Aurelia Legend does. This is at Savannah
store
Lion Games.
in Pula, Georgia.
Pooler George. This is in their side room, which they have been really nice enough to let us use because I am a bit anal about setting up my nice-ass camera on a kind of relatively flimsy tripod. Yeah, it's in the D&D room.
Alright, not dead yet. 4, hold, draw.
And so I I think we all know the clientele for a lot of these fun games we play are maybe not the most hand-eye coordinated people, so there's a lot of clumsiness. And it's also just tight corridors, tight spaces between the tables and chairs. So I like having my setup of expensive stuff out of the way where that can't get bumped.
Also prevents a little bit of noise. You get a little bit of, like, away from everybody.
Yeah. That's just a
and-
nice bonus where the players get to actually focus on the game. That's a nice bonus. Except when it's now closer to 10:30 and the focus is totally shot.
And I'm trying to show Jordan all my bulk that I opened up.
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, you and Taylor fucking showing me cards, shipping me cards, as if my focus wasn't already out the wazoo. Somehow not dead though, and the fact that this even became a ball game is shocking. I don't know if it actually did though. I think I just had hope for a moment. That gold, the gold from this treasure hunter has just kept his runes alive while mine went to the gutter. I try to get out of dodge with a flash from his rebuke. He has the defy, and now I just say I just need to do something. Well, I literally had to do something because he's at 6, and so this turns into a double conquer if I can't do this. But I'm going to keep saying it. That Stellacorn turn set me back so much. I then fumbled slightly with the Tide Turner dancing around turn.
7.
And all roads were kind of leading to here. As the Aurelia player has just kind of gone through the motions, somehow even pushing it to this point. But the lesson learned to steal John's line is patience. Sit on the back line. Preserve your cardboard, both your runes and your units that are going to pay off later.
Ready for 7, right?
Yeah, is John, that is Sean Gallagher that
Yeah.
you shared
That's
with
the
me
last-
some info before?
Certainly not.
Yeah.
So yeah, so George, I think the 2 different takes and 2 different approaches you can go is Treasure Hunter or Find Your Center as like the thing that's going to buffer your runes. Yeah, Mr. Toolshed, that's right. And so I've chosen to go with the Find Your Center, and I kind of shat on it at first, but sometimes you just say I was wrong, and I'm accepting that I was wrong. I do believe Find Your Center is the way to go. Ah, still good. I love Purple Pike. I'll find ways to jam that in anything. I just don't think there's room. The
I'm
list
not a
is really
Purple
tight.
Pike. I'm not a Purple Pike believer.
I wasn't for a
Granted-
while. Feels great in Aurelia.
I could play it over one Tornado Warrior, I suppose.
I think where I'm at with Purple Pike in Aurelia is with my 3 Find Your Centers and 2 Boots of Swiftness. I feel like I'm covering my 3 drop slot well enough.
Timmy?
Yeah, but that's like another gold generating buffer.
Here goes nothing. Twilight Trail.
But it's just different, right? Like those are not the Find Your Center. The Find Your Center list is very different. You have to play even more patient than normal with Aurelia, which I'm learning my lesson here as I'm watching. But yeah, George, I can't harp on it enough. The Find Your Center feels great when you start adjusting to it. Feels great on Abandoned Hall when they're at 5 points. It's that action. It's got action speed. Like it just feels so good when it's you play with it, right? Like it's not like it alone wins you a game because it just like helps enable all your other stuff, but it did some things tonight, like especially against Diana, that it felt like it was necessary. So yeah, somehow trying to scrape into this game, had a little bit of hope despite the 8 runes and pass by the Vex player, and then here comes that Vile Maw we peeped from the hand way earlier to just crush all the hopes and dreams of the Aurelia player and say, good night, time for bed.
The Vile Maw, bro, it's your arch nemesis. This was like...
Oh, I don't. That's a... George, that might be the worst take yet. Who misses Aspirant's Climb?
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of do as a Ezreal
Okay,
player.
Ezreal. I mean, I kind of miss Arena's Greatest. That was like such a cakewalk for any aggro deck. I love just being able to like mindlessly win from just pushing units in because of Arena's Greatest.
I agree, though. I'm glad both those are out because it was...
Aspirant's Climb, yes! That is absolutely right. It is Aspirant's Climb. Alright, still somehow grinding here. Last ditch effort from Aurelia to see if Defiant Dance was enough to get over the Vile Maw might, but not enough to kill the rest on the battlefield.
And then send in with the Vile Maw. Yeah, I think all roads led to victory there with that card.
The Vex player asking about, hey, I could have just Emperor's Divided there, and it would have been, well, you would just lose the game, so don't do that. Alright, we've made it through. The punts have been watched.
Well, that was our first Nexus Night review. Again, if you are ever in the Savannah, Georgia area and you want a chance to be on one of these videos, come down.
That is accurate.
Win.
That was a punt off.
Win. Again, want to shout out Hybrid House Studios for the cool design. Order yours. Go follow us on all socials. We have X, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch, of course. If you're not following already, please hit that follow button. That's pretty much it. Like to subscribe. We'll give you a little bit of Boston time. Come here, you want a treat?
Little Boston time to close this out. I need to find who is it? Yeah, how do I do this? I'm so bad at this rating nonsense. We're gonna figure it out.
Guess it. Give me a paw. Dab me up. Dab me up for the homies. Dab me up.
Yeah, dapped for the homies. Alright, a little bit of Boston time. Gonna try to raid our boy Coco.
Thanks for watching. See y'all next time.
Thank y'all. Alright, we out ya.
Yes, sir. I gotta hear them give us a shout out.
Hopefully they do. Oh, of course I hit an ad. Knock? What do I do? What does knocking do?
Yeah, they shouted us out.
Was it Min?
Nah, Coco shouted us out.
Sick.
Alright. Oh, I forgot to say about Jank Deck Friday.
Ah, that's alright.
Yeah. Alright, but that's GG's. I will hit you up tomorrow.
Friday. Long stream?
Yeah, I should be able to do it tomorrow because Megan's be gone, so.
Sweet.
Alright, buddy.
Alright, see you later.
Later.
Oh, I